stupid little strips.
Yeah.
Which side goes on your tongue? Is it the clear side or the matte side?
It doesn't
I mean,
matter.
Yeah, I mean, it dissolves. It doesn't really matter, but
Ooh,
I
good
feel there's a
question.
way you're supposed to do it.
That is a good question. I would say the matte side because most things you apply that way. But
Yeah, you'd figure.
yeah. Oh, that's hard to say.
Saving Private Ryan only has 4 stars on Netflix.
I think that's reasonable. It's good, but it's not like the be all end all.
Yeah.
That scene.
I'd say
for-
4.5, but
Not everybody likes Tom Hanks.
Yeah, Tom Hanks be cool. So, yeah, I had 2 questions to start this off tonight. And I need to remember what they were, because I said the other day, I was like, this is very important. And I completely forgot. Okay, yes. So, the 2 questions I have for each person. Would you consider yourself I suppose, like a patriot? Not you as a person, but your character.
I think Bob is a little bit too old and a little bit too fed up with shit to really be a patriot.
Mm-hmm. I think that's fair.
well, I am ex-Navy SEAL, so I think I should be.
Yeah, but you could have became disillusioned with the shit the U.S. government wanted you to do.
And that's maybe why you joined the FBI, because like you hated fighting over there because it wasn't accomplishing things the way you wanted.
You thought you killed Bin Laden. You just exfiltrated into a new life.
Right, well played, sir.
A new life full of virgins.
Hey-o, things are sounding good. Actually, that doesn't
He might have flown on Virgin Airlines, but I think that's about as close as he's going to get.
72 virgins. Yeah, they're all guys.
Well, guys, just like you.
Oh boy. So what about Ajax and Agent Connors?
What about Agent Ajax?
Would you consider
Are you a
Ajax a patriot?
He's open to the idea.
Okay, that's not really. End of the day, like, you know, I'm not saying like would Ajax lay down his life for his country, although perhaps.
It's a good thing you probably wouldn't like the answer.
But like, you know, I'm asking more like, are you like proud of the old U.S. of A. and stuff like that? You know what I mean?
Used to be.
So he's a non-patriot then? Is that fair to say?
My self-interest is beyond what the United States has.
Okay, and how about Connors?
I mean, she does work for the FBI.
Mm-hmm.
But,
Get away from me, you creepy fuck. You ain't my kid.
But it's like one of those things, right? It's a very interesting question, and it's certainly, like, just a simple little question like that paints a lot about your character, you know? It's the difference between, is Agent Rudy proud to have served in the Navy SEALs, or is he sort of embarrassed by the idea now? And, you know what I mean? It's the difference between, is Agent Connors the by-the-books, like, super FBI agent, or is she more a little like cut corners because, you know, she's sort of not happy with the way things are run, you know what I mean? Like,
I get from his technical, so just by the book, so I guess he is patriot.
okay, cool. And then my final question here is, this is something I kind of wish, now I haven't read the full rule book for the new Delta Green, but I hope this is at least touched on in it. It doesn't seem to be, but would you consider yourself a fight or flight person?
Navy SEAL. Yeah, I'm a fighter.
All right.
Oh, I thought you were going to give the joke answer. You're like, I'm a Navy SEAL. Run away! Run away!
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm a Navy SEAL. I got extraction. Fuck you guys.
Look over there. Zip line.
Now, and this isn't for like every situation, but eventually we are going to be encountering situations that, you know, sort of eventually wear down and crack the human mind, and it's going to come down to, you know, when faced with the unknown and some horrible shit, are you going to, you know, unload into it, or are you going to try and take off, you know?
I think Bob
Depends.
is. I think Bob is big enough and angry enough that he would be a fight.
Well, that's where Agent Rudy got it from, then.
There's where he thinks he got it from. Goddammit! You never got a DNA test.
I sure do.
Oh,
Just
jeez.
to make the story funny. Sure.
Connor's gonna do it later down the road.
It'd be funny to do it on the way to Erie and then to Buffalo.
Oh God.
Oh, just one of those little kits. Do it yourself genealogy kit.
So how about you, Ajax? Fight or flight, my man.
Depends.
That doesn't depend.
Yes,
Well,
with my level
what-
of sanity and intelligence, if it's something I can possibly, or in my mind, think I can kill, I'll fight it. But if I'm looking at something the size of a skyscraper or an elephant, and I'm going, I have a 9mm,
Okay.
I'm getting the fuck out of here.
How about this? Some, like, you know, I mean, let's go with Hound of Tindalos, for example. So it's about the size of a wolf.
In the
Can
face.
okay, but you say that until it's not really there. It's sort of phasing in and out of reality. The research you've done on it shows that it came from a completely different timeline, and it's just torn through two of your team members, and it's running at
Well,
you.
it has to phase into to kill them, doesn't it?
Okay, but you're telling me Ajax is sitting there, and he's like, "Yeah, I'm going to shoot it in the face after all that." If so, that's fine. I will happily put fight down. I don't mind.
I'll fight when it needs to be fought. So yeah, I guess that falls under it. Yeah.
Yeah, because I'm just saying this isn't like a logic thing. Fight or flight is when logic fails. Fight or flight is when the human body takes over the mind and you do your most base instinct. And that's okay. Like, if you think Ajax is a fighter, I'm fine with it because, again, these little simple questions build a lot about the character because now I've learned something that I didn't know about Ajax. I thought he would have been a coward, but I'm totally cool to find out he isn't, you know? It just lets me know the kind of person he is.
We play too many dumb games.
Yeah.
Basically, the question of the day was, do you have the cojones?
Yeah. So what about Connors? Going against the grain with the first answer. You also a fighter
Yeah.
there?
Even though I have combat armor on combat at 60 and firearms at 60, I would say combat is more type of person to flee if she's going up against. But she
Well,
knows
like,
how to
Connors is a
retreat.
doctor. She's not like
Well,
been
that's true,
deployed in
yeah.
active combat or anything. Like the most training she would have would be firing range.
Yeah. So, I mean,
Oh, sorry. Just my mind. I heard the. Damn it, Bob! I'm a doctor, not a military.
yeah.
Damn it, Bob! I'm a doctor, not a combatant. Well,
I would say she knows how when to retreat.
Okay, cool.
Flee.
Awesome. Well, that is certainly interesting. So, let's. Well, okay. Bob's off in Erie. Let's kick off.
Bob was picking up the second van. Damn it!
Yeah, that's clever enough. So let's pick off today's episode. Pick off one of the two. Pick up today's episode. We are currently near the end of the day. Let's say when we enter Erie, we're rounding about 9 o'clock, which will put us about midnight when we arrive in Buffalo.
What time did we wake up yesterday?
Let's say about, I think 9 a.m. is fairly reasonable for the circumstances. Going too early, it's a bit rough.
9 a.m., so probably 6 hours to wrap up all the stories and meet everybody in Toledo and leave. Or, not Cleveland and leave, I should say.
Yeah.
I mean, I guess by the time we get to Buffalo, yeah, it would be relatively late. It'd be like 7 p.m. maybe?
Well, it takes 8 hours to get from Anderson to Buffalo, so you figure you had it.
Yeah, but I mean, 9 a.m., 8 hours, and you're looking at 5 p.m.? No, 4 p.m., right?
yeah.
It would be 5, yeah.
5, yeah.
So then another...
Yeah, so about, I think 9 p.m. is reasonable then to get to Buffalo. There we go. So yeah, there you go. You just saved yourself some time. It's not as bad. It's also not as dark. Actually, it totally is because it's October, so it would be dark around then.
Mhm.
Yep.
So that's great.
It gets dark at like fucking 7, yeah.
Yeah. So it's currently October the 22nd still. We are about... we've picked up the extra van. What are we doing with that, by the way? Are we just leaving the old van, are we just doing a swap?
Yeah, I
Yeah.
would think that.
Just an upgrade
Uh.
with all the surveillance equipment and stuff.
Can we take the mystery item and it's Pandora's box and put it in the second van?
Nope. You only get the mystery item if you tell me what it is right now.
So either we bring Pandora's box with us,
Yeah.
What everyone doesn't seem to realize is that only Ajax knows about this item.
Well, I know, but that's the thing. I mean,
And only Ajax is the one who can interact with and move this object until it's brought to the attention of everyone else. Or you can make, I guess, a roll, but that'd be kind of meta. Like, do I find anything in the back of the van?
no.
Roll.
It's for Ajax. The question is, does Ajax want to take anything out of the van? Because we're going to be leaving
He
it behind.
Moves a medium-sized crate. With
You can't say it's not a crate.
If you said anything, it's a large crate that I'm carrying into the next vehicle with me. I'm bringing it with me.
And what? Okay, do you know what this is? Because you have to know what this is before you put it in the vehicle. You don't have to tell everyone what it is. Do you know what this is, though? Or are you just making bullshit?
He's taking
I mean, that's silence.
just full of fucking
That pause is like, it's one of those things like, yeah, well, now everyone's like, oh, get rid of the van. It's like, no, you asshole. This is we're out of luck. Get the X out of the van. It's like, all right.
Oh,
Well, we
Jesus.
could drop off the sports car and take both vans. So
Yeah, I don't understand why we're taking a two-seater sports car when we could have two vans, which are far more tactical. One is a
One's
electric
fast.
platform.
I guess we can sleep in the back of the van.
So we're having one of those games, huh?
No, you guys just had the sports car because, I mean, you don't want two unmarked vehicles going around driving up attention. You want to have, like, the one sort of casual vehicle that you can, go to someone's house
Okay,
and not scare them.
Here, get me some cans of paint. I will graffiti the shit out of the side of one of them.
Okay. No, I mean, you don't have to. I'm sure they're going to love that on the report. Returned van covered in shit.
Hey, listen, we had to blend in. It was a bad neighborhood. Looking around in a
God.
pristine van.
You're the FBI, goddammit!
God,
You're
damn
right,
it.
we are. Like, you can put FBI on different parts of the vehicle, except
Oh,
it's
man.
not quite together.
Alright, so, alright, we're taking two vans then? I'm fine with that.
I am.
I am.
Okay.
I'm taking the good van.
Okay, okay, so we got two vans. Who's in each van?
I'll go to the office.
Okay, cool. So we're just gonna,
ourselves up.
we'll just stack you guys like this, just so it's easier for me to remember. Van one, well, actually, fuck that. Connors is driving. Bob's still a little drunk.
Oh boy.
So, here's my question to you guys. Before you arrive at the warehouse, is there anything you want to do or say?
Could we stop off and grab a paper from Buffalo and see if there's anything about the warehouse in the paper?
Okay, sure. Yep, you grab any old paper. Give me.
Connors, give me a quarter.
I forget actually. I don't. This game doesn't have the. What's it called? Library use skill, does it? What were we using for the just general? Probably just search, right? We were just using search.
Yeah, search.
I think so.
Okay. So give me a. White is a printer paper. Never noticed that before, but love it. Give me a search roll there, Mr. Bob.
Kite button. That one there. That. 8.
Alright, that's a pass. So, there's nothing in the paper about the warehouse. However,
I'd like to pull up a search on that if I could.
what, the warehouse?
Yeah. Gonna
Oh,
go
okay,
through
cool.
Historic, like every town kind of keeps a chronicle or like old. And now Bob wouldn't know about this because it's digital.
Yeah,
Hey,
true.
hey, Bob could go to the library and find their newspaper records. They
Yeah,
have
he's gonna
those.
sit there and spiel through all of those on the screen, right?
Yes.
You know that's gonna take a lot of time, right? And a shitload of quarters.
No, you don't pull up the newspapers like that. I mean, like they just have them like on a big reel. Kind
No, that's what I'm saying. You have to pay for the time on the machine.
Yeah, but I mean, Bob is 53. He's got nothing but a pocket full of quarters. Takes the bus.
And
True.
also-
I don't even think you need quarters. You can just, like, I work for the government.
Well, that's it. Yeah. Hey,
Just
I
waiting
work
to
for
earn
the.
a badge. This is mine. I'm requisitioning it for the next 3 hours. Y'all got here.
All right, so, Bob, in your paper, nothing about, Rainbow Publishing or nothing about a warehouse. But it does say, there's a tiny little sidebar, much like you would have in the birthday sections or something like that. This is, you know, sort of like in memory of, this is the 2-year anniversary that Julia Westman, age 13, disappeared from outside her family's house. You know, 2014, etc. Blah blah blah, and it was like going on about that, and you know how she was a good kid, and everyone misses her, and no details have turned up.
So today's the 22nd or the 21st?
Sorry, I forget which is it. Is it 21st?
You said a week ago, but that was, I don't know, we haven't really been keeping up with this every day, so I think we're on the 22nd now.
Yeah, I think because it's only the second day. I think the first day was the 21st.
Right, yeah,
and-
because Joey went missing on the 20th, so we would have been everywhere else the 21st, the day after he was
Yeah.
gone. So yeah,
So yeah, the 22nd of 2014.
okay.
All
Okay.
right.
On to Zelphus' search then.
Yeah, Zelphus, you're sort of looking for the warehouse online.
Not just that, but I'm actually looking for information pertaining to the following searches. Missing children, obviously, but since that's already been pulled up, Bob, either he can tell me or I'll find it and we can confirm it from 2 different sources. I'd also like to pull up from, and sometimes depending upon this, again, the type of newspaper it is, they'll have acquisitions like short dockside property purchased by such and such a corporation.
Okay, yeah.
Thanks, Ruffle. That's exactly what I'm going for.
The NSA is suddenly after you.
It's like, you're getting a call from the FBI. Listen, we're getting some really strange searches out of that van.
Out of that unmarked van. All right. Yes. Hey, yo. Look at you. Well, I'm just going to bring everyone over here if you don't mind.
To a giant black screen? Sure.
Look what you found. A blueprint for the warehouse online.
Nice.
Perfect. I'll copy that off and send it to everyone. And I'll use the printer that's inside this new van to print out a hard copy for Bob.
What, this,
Oh,
this printer
goddamn
is a
Bob.
van?
The van has a full technological suite. I'd assume there's a printer in it.
I just said the printer is a van. My God, I need to word today. That's all right.
Boiled.
Oh, jeez. Good old Scooby-Doo.
As you're approaching the warehouse, you find a giant Great Dane.
All right.
Roll for sand check.
The air smells of narcotics.
So, what is our plan? Are we using our good old-fashioned surveillance tech to what?
Actually, before, again, sorry to shoehorn this, but I was hoping there might be any sort of information pertaining to the purchase or sale of this property, or if it's being leased to anyone in particular.
Sure. It was sold to Rainbow Publishing. Let's say...
Oh, I don't have to roll for it? Perfect.
No, that's pretty easy stuff. And again, you've got
Most city halls have
several hours to
information.
do it. Yeah. So it was sold to Rainbow Publishing. If you guys ever hear me typing, that's me writing down this information as well. Pardon me for that. I'm not like
Oh, damn,
carrying
the
on another
sound of
chat.
typing on a computer.
No, I just always I don't want you guys thinking like I'm doing another thing. I'm always just got my notepad or whatever, and I'm typing away on that.
Hey, at least you're not stealing from us and pickpocketing.
That's true. Yeah.
You know, like Sheik's in the room, just all of a sudden it's like, all right, everyone, cinch up your belts and hold those pockets.
So the warehouse was bought in 2014. We'll say September 1st. They took possession. They bought it from another book company, essentially. It was a printing press beforehand. Do you want to know the name of the company they bought it from?
I'm going to guess you're saying Barnes and Noble.
Oh,
or
no.
Borders.
No, it's Penguin. No, it wasn't Penguin. It was
Yeah, at least it's
Polar
not
Bear
puns.
Books. So, Polar Bear Printing.
Is it books or is it printing?
It's printing now. That sounds a lot
Okay.
more fantabulous. So, they don't necessarily even publish the books. They just do the printing for it.
Is that what the big collection of boxes in the middle there is? That's the printing press, or what? The
Yep.
fuck is
So
that?
this is a blueprint from, let's say, 3 years ago. So not the most recent, but again, it doesn't really matter. Blueprints don't change much. And this was the setup at the time. Yeah. In the bottom left, you have like the customer service area, and then the printing press and shelves, and obviously boxes aren't shown because they wouldn't be in a blueprint. And then you have sort of like a let's see here. Presumably this would be like a staff area right there, and this would be like offices, probably.
Did you see a picture of Gutenberg up on the wall above the press?
I can see it.
Question: what about the boxes down there at the front? Is that just to signify it's a loading area, or is there actually a truck there?
Okay, so if we're talking about this guy, that's a truck.
That's
Yeah.
so like
I just drew a cute little truck.
okay, so that's not us. Is that
Nice, you can put a
actually
little
there
chat bubble
currently,
next
or
to
is
it.
that just
That was
blueprint.
from 2013.
okay?
Yeah.
Yep.
And usually,
Question: where the hell is the bathroom on this blueprint?
okay, I would assume it would be in the staff room area. So that would be here-ish. Hard to say though. Maybe they didn't have one. Maybe they had like sort of an off-site washroom. Like they'll have that like a little bit of a walk, like a series of essentially just like cubicles.
Because if they have a bathroom, then bathrooms usually have a window, whether it be a bar, like horizontal little deal, or
Yep, clever.
top to bottom. And either way, that's a way in rather than a door.
Okay, we'll say it was off, like off-site, like it was just over to the right of you guys or something.
Well, yet even then, we could go to the bathroom, see if somebody's in there, and beat the shit out of them for
Yeah,
the keys.
totally. Yeah, no, we can do that. Yeah. All right, cool. I like it. Let's extend this a little, and we're gonna have the bathroom be. This is where it
Kick
was.
open
on
the stalls; they're all empty.
Yeah, it was right here on the map. Let's say.
Who the fuck are you?
It's one of those blue porta potties.
It's a big ass bathroom.
It's quite
Luxurious.
sizable. I mean,
Then
there's
again, I guess one side's male, one side's female. If it's this size,
yeah, and there'd be like a lot of stalls in there, probably like say 5 stalls. I mean, if you look at it, it's only the size of a truck.
yeah, but I mean that's a big ass truck, though.
True.
Like, because I mean, printing presses aren't small. In the customer service area, I assume each of those little squares is supposed to be a person behind the counter.
Yeah, or like a chair. Whatever.
Yeah.
Same thing.
So that'd mean that each of these stalls could, or each of these bathrooms could probably have, oh, I'd easily say 8 stalls in it alongside the sink setup.
Damn
No
it,
soliciting.
Zelfus.
Yeah, pretty good.
It says unloading only.
Frack. So, Zelfus, what are your...
Just Ajax making these shitty comments. You're walking in the way.
So what are your surveillance plans for this? Because you're coming up on the warehouse right now.
Do we see any sort of external surveillance? Anything? Security cameras?
Okay, give me a
sort of like
search roll,
motion?
everyone. No, it's nighttime, so I'm going to take 10 off your roll. Okay.
Then I shouldn't even roll. I
Damn
have
it!
a
I
10.
barely failed.
Oh, well, I mean,
Ooh, I
you
passed.
can get that critical 0, or like a 1, rather, not 0, 0.
Kind of curious, actually. What is my?
I will
search rating?
try.
Did anybody pass?
I passed.
I
have
failed by
50.
3 points.
Okay. Well, Origami got it. You
I had a 10
actually...
then.
You see, they're going to be sort of like here and here, just like little guys like this, just tiny little posts that look like they should have like lights on them.
Yeah, your standard. kind
Yeah,
of
the
gig.
lights are currently off though, but it looks
That
like
doesn't
they.
mean anything.
Yeah, well, I mean it's nighttime.
I mean, yeah, the lights are off. All right, sorry. Let me rephrase that. It doesn't mean that they're not on.
Okay.
They're not occupied.
Yeah, okay. So the lights are off, but there are cameras also on the posts. One of those
Oh,
round
I'm sorry, I
cameras.
misinterpreted that. I thought you meant that the light on the cameras was.
No, I was saying like
Sorry.
they're light posts, but they have cameras as well.
All right. Can I ask Origami if he saw it? Like if there were wires on the poles or...
Well, are these cameras the stereotypical brick cameras that go back and forth, or are they the little circle ones inside the glass ball?
Yeah, they're actually, you haven't seen cameras like this before. They are, you know how the ball ones are kind of like, it's half a ball, right?
Yeah, it's a
Mhm.
half
Yeah,
sphere.
imagine if it was a full sphere, and it's just sort of mounted on like a post, like sort of like a beam, if you will.
Oh God,
Yes.
Valkyrie flashbacks.
Yeah, okay, so yeah, there you go, perfect. Just imagine a black guy, but larger. Let's say the size, I know some of you have different size fists than I do, mine are probably a little bit smaller, but if you put, you know, both of your, like you do a fist and then you cup your other hand around it, let's say about that size there.
So like softball.
Larger than softball, I would say, because
Okay, so like a
I was assuming you all had bigger hands than I did.
yeah.
Mhm.
Well, I'm just trying to think of something approximately size of two normal fists.
Yeah,
Because I mean, softballs ain't that. Yeah. So a
Let's just-
small gourd then.
yeah, totally.
Decent size, something you can hit with a rock.
Yeah.
How, Bob? Hold on. Let's take a little bit more of a stealthy approach than just breaking
It's
glass.
newfangled technology. They're easy to break.
Preemptively checking Bob's throwing skill.
What is Bob's throwing?
There is
stuff?
no throw in this.
Well, he has a 0% in artillery, so it's not that.
Oh God.
Raffle, I'd like to actually try and use the technology in the van as well as my tablet to
Mhm.
figure out if they're wireless connection or if they're
if they're a CCTV.
Now, gentlemen,
Yes.
this is 2016. Cool stuff. Do there exist in real life, I'm not 100%, sort of, like, I know there are ways if you walk up to something to find where the wiring is, but is there a longer range alternative to finding where the wiring goes?
Yeah, they've got a scanner that can show EM signatures that are passing off of objects, and it highlights them in sort of a yellow or greenish tint versus the bluer area surrounding them.
Yeah, is that
Yeah.
real, though?
Yeah, it is.
Oh my god, I was
kind
just
of-
assumed it was like
kind
Predator
of like
view.
IQ's thing, but it's like a hell of a lot bigger. It's not the size of a cell phone.
Yeah, I didn't know if that was like
Yeah,
actually a
something like
thing,
an
though.
old Nikon camera
That's
with
pretty cool. Yeah.
twice again the size again.
Okay, cool. You have one in the van. You can go ahead and scan, and I can't drum roll like this. They're all CCTV.
Okay, well,
Damn.
CCTV means if we were somehow able to get past them, you just find the box on the outside of the building.
Hmm.
Because they would all have to
Good
meet
question.
up somewhere.
I do have 50 stealth and 5 points. I can bump that up.
That's pretty good. 50 stealth. Yeah. And it's dark out, so assuming these aren't thermal cameras, yeah, you're probably good.
I don't know if you
Can I
put a
have
camera
Ajax
that small.
check if they're thermal or not? Is that possible?
Well, you guys don't recognize the cameras themselves.
Yeah,
so.
if it was a maker model, I could do a knowledge check or something like that.
Yeah, or you could Google it.
That's true. Just take a picture of their phone. Hey, Google. what is
Yeah,
this?
absolutely, right? Yeah, Google image search. Yeah, you could.
Help, what
Could
is
you
this
just
camera inside of a
imagine?
Fushigi ball?
Could you just imagine, though, like this is a tagline for Google. Google saves the planet.
Oh, yeah, take a picture of
No.
Cthulhu. Like, just sort of pump in the Google image search, type how to beat next to it.
How to beat? Well, you need a time machine, and
Yeah. So
And
what's
it
our
can't
plan,
be a
boys?
DeLorean.
you need to make sure that you fight the Nazis first.
Oh, yeah, totally.
As you can see, I am serious. I cannot see anything. I am blind.
Freaking love that, dude. Blew my mind, but...
Yeah.
So is Agent Rudy going to try and stealth through?
Hmm.
We're going to try and shoot
No.
one?
We don't have
Well,
a suppressor.
Yeah, is there a suppressor in the van?
No. Of course not.
Thick.
Yeah, see.
Yeah.
Well,
I've always
since
used
we don't
one of
have throwing, what do we have for trying to nail one of the fuckers with a rock?
You would assume there's something similar, right?
You would think, but there's like
Artillery?
I see. Yeah, there's artillery. There's melee weapons.
Just to make it,
there's-
you know what? I'm gonna say this isn't exactly correct, but I feel like we could just use unarmed combat for throwing. Does that make sense to you guys?
Hmm.
I feel like that's sort of an extension of.
Yeah, good enough. I mean, yeah, they don't have anything for.
I feel like if you're a kung fu master, you can probably throw a rock pretty good.
There's athletics.
Okay, I feel like nobody has points in
Yeah.
athletics. we could use that, but
Yeah, I imagine everybody probably has the base of 30.
yeah.
I
So
have
we can all sit
60
there
in
throwing
that.
rocks for like 10 minutes.
I have 60 in that.
Oh, nice.
Oh,
Oh, well, of course,
I
yeah,
got
Navy
It's too
SEAL.
late.
Yeah.
I got 60 in unarmed combat, so we could have him roll with
Bob, what?
athletics, I guess.
I have
Bob is a
60.
huge man. Like,
That's true. I mean,
And-
you do have to get people off the bus sometimes.
And just to let you know, Ruffle, I've used one of my 20% and bumped myself to 70. I think it's a good idea.
Oh, cool. All right. So is
70
anyone
and
gonna-
what?
Stealth.
In stealth.
Okay. All right. Well, I mean, like, are we gonna try and go in through a corner or in through the side, or are we gonna try and mug somebody in the bathroom first? Because I mean, bathroom mugging, like,
I could try to stealth the outside to see if there's anything but the cameras, though.
because I imagine the cameras would be inside of a fence, or maybe there isn't fences, but you'd assume that there would be a fence or something on the lot.
Yep. Yeah, we can say there's a fence. Not a pretty complicated one, just standard old fence.
Or are the bathrooms inside
What?
or outside the fence?
Bathrooms are in. You know what? We'll say they're outside the fence.
Well, then yeah, fuck it. I'm gonna go see if anybody's in the bathrooms first, because I mean, like,
I can stealth up to the bathrooms real quick.
yeah, but I mean, they're
Right.
bathrooms. Like, what's the camera gonna say? Oh, somebody's trying to take a shit.
Someone's trying to take a shit at 9 o'clock.
At
Yeah,
9
but I
o'clock.
mean, I look
Hey.
like I'm homeless. Like,
That's true, yeah. And you do have a camo hat, so I mean, pretty
To
stealthy.
quote Dr. Grant, you gotta go, you gotta go.
That's true, yeah.
well, and to quote the little kids book, everybody poops.
Everybody poops, yeah. Even
So,
Hitler.
Yeah, especially Hitler. He was on a lot of drugs.
So you're gonna pop into the bathroom?
Yeah, I'm gonna go check if there's anybody in the stalls.
Okay. You get into the bathroom. Are you going in the men's or the women's?
Men's first because
FBI!
FBI drop your pants.
Federal bra inspectors, everyone hands up, shirts off.
Oh, jeez. All right.
Female booby inspectors.
You get into the bathroom, and first thing you notice is there's a little bit of a mist almost, like a small amount of smoke, if you will, just sort of pouring out of underneath the door.
Fucking Snoop Dogg walks out.
Oh, jeez. So you're still
Alright,
going
so underneath the door of the bathroom, or
in? Yeah,
like, am I
to
already
the
in
bathroom. Yeah.
there? Do I walk into the
Is
room?
there-
Does the smoke smell? Like, does it smell outside of the bathroom?
It doesn't smell, no.
Is there windows he can peek through real quick?
There's
In
no
the
windows
bathroom.
on it.
No windows. No.
Yeah.
This place must have a shitty fire code.
Well, it looks like there may have been windows that have been plastered over. If you stand
Damn
close to the
athletics.
door, your ankles feel a little cool.
Liquid nitrogen.
Well, how about I get the kid who keeps saying he's my son over here as well?
All right.
Because
Yeah,
then you have the two largest people going into the bathroom.
Mm-hmm.
So if there is a person and they're lighting a doobie,
Well, yeah.
what's this that Zelphus is typing?
Oh, I'm curious too. Yeah.
And he's
Oh,
I don't
shit.
know why I didn't. All right, that's interesting. I hit enter and it vanished.
Oh, weird.
the
That's
Aether
fine.
ate it. You can hit if it actually recorded it though. You could hit up on your arrow while you're in the
Yeah.
text box.
Nope, just that brings up the roll one So.
Oh, well, then yeah, the ether ate it.
I was
So-
actually going to type out if I could deploy my drone to check out the
Oh,
perimeter of the building
yeah,
while
I'll
he's
do
doing
so.
this.
Oh, sure, yeah. You set up your little surveillance drone, and you're just flying it over top the building, around the building.
Or
What do you-
is it a
Yeah.
ground drone or an air drone?
He's got an
air
air
drone.
drone, yeah.
Ah,
Raffle said I can eventually maybe upgrade it to something else, but that's dependent upon my skills and what points I gain. So we'll see. But for now, I'm just kind of doing a flyby, checking the windows, roof, looking for things out of the ordinary. Stuff
Looking
like
for like the
tripwires or
CCTV box or whatever.
as well. Yeah, I'm looking for those. Not only that, but power junction boxes. What kind of connection between? If it's like if they might have the signs of how power will be shunted into a building, they might have external and internal power sources, like an internal generator.
Yep.
So just looking for
we
things
could
like that.
also just check the poles at the street on the edge of the lot.
Oh, true.
That's well, I figured that was the first stop.
Yeah.
It's right next to the van.
All right,
Alright,
so
well, while he's doing that, I guess let's not kick open the door, but go see who's playing around with the fucking mist machine.
okay, so I'm gonna say.
Off in the distance, you hear it's the one and only.
Yep.
Oh god.
No. So right here is the looks like a junction box for like the cameras. Seems to be that sort of a thing. You don't see any external power. As for the bathroom, you open the bathroom and it just like a burst of cold air hits you. It's not as cold now that it's just that initial sort of boof type of deal, but your initial, you just look in the room and sort of just take it in. The wall between the men's and the women's washroom has been not perfectly, but removed. There's still some traces of it. All the actual
Yeah.
stalls have been taken out, and you can see there's quite a few refrigeration type units sort of keeping the room cold. The floor is stained. It was tile, but it's stained darker texture. It's really hard to make out. Again, it's nighttime, but also,
It's blood.
yeah, potentially.
Do I have a
it
flash-
could
Are
be
there
oil.
hooks on the ceiling?
No. Well, that is a fair question.
I'm
Do I have
surprised
a
Bob
flashlight?
hasn't opened the fridge to look for a beer.
No, oh, no. Like it's like not like a refrigerator. It's like a refrigeration unit to like cool the whole room down. Like they would
Do I
use
have
like
a
a cold
flashlight?
storage. Flashlight? Yeah, of course. Yeah.
Can I turn on the flashlight and see what's on the floor? And
Oh,
Yep.
never
Now,
mind.
is this a standard FBI long flashlight, or is this the handgun mounted one?
yeah, let's say handgun mounted one.
Okay. Honestly, I don't care. It's just a question of, are you going into the room with a gun drawn? You know
Oh,
what I
yeah.
mean? Okay. So,
Well, he's checking the floor. I want to look the other way because fuck that. I need my sanity.
yeah, fair enough. So,
The floor reaches up to eat your boot. Yep.
That's just slightly on the side of meta, a little bit.
Well, I mean, hey, there's a whole lot of room to look at while he's staring at the floor.
well, and it's one of those
That's
things.
fair.
To get yourself out of meta, you just need to be clever. You know what I mean? Just like, oh, I'm just watching for anyone, coming by, or just making sure like we're safe. I'm guarding the door. You know what I mean?
I'm guarding the door by facing directly towards it.
Yeah, exactly. So Rudy, give me a search roll. And Bob's like, shit, I'm gonna have to go in there.
I really need to bump my search up. I only have 20%.
No, it's okay. And honestly, if it wasn't dark, I wouldn't make you do it because it's just like an empty room essentially. But it's pitch black, and we're
Yeah, I failed.
okay. So you're gonna come out and say you don't see anything essentially. The refrigeration
rooms-
units are massive though. They're quite large, but it's not bringing the room to freezing. It is just like a cool. Let's go ahead and say like. Sorry, Celsius is my big thing. I want to say 10 degrees Celsius. I'm not sure what that equates to in.
That would probably be hovering somewhere around 40, 42, like the low 40s.
Okay. So like cool, but not freezing.
Yeah, so like water wouldn't freeze, but if it got much colder, it would.
Okay. So is Bobo gonna do the do?
Is Bomb gonna check the ground?
Do it.
If I lose sanity
Bye.
for this, you owe me fucking Taco Bell.
I already owe you Taco Bell.
I mean,
Yeah,
this got
that's
meta.
All right, fine. I
No,
guess.
that would have been even funnier if it was in character.
Well, I mean, it is. It's both. If I find anything crazy.
Oh God.
If I find something shitty on that floor, I swear to God, I'm gonna make you clean it. All right, fine. Let's see how much sanity Bob loses.
So are you going in with the handgun
Oh,
flashlight
okay.
or the
Yeah.
flashlight flat? Oh,
Bob.
Jesus.
Bob's going in with a long steel
Yeah.
torch.
So you can
like-
smack someone.
Yeah, because if you get whacked with one of those
Oh,
things, yeah, it's
yeah.
not gonna kill you, but oh my God, they hurt.
So I just want to remind you, in this game, and again, this is a newer mechanic with the new Delta Green, doubles are criticals, whether they're a double above, so you fail it and that's a critical fail, or a double below. So that was a critical. And I just need to announce this just a few more times so that A, you guys remember, and B, I remember, because it's a new mechanic for me, and I'm still trying to get used to it. I think it's cool, though. So anyway, that's a crit. That means Bob finds two things. First off, Bob, you're going to find a small scrap of clothing. It looks like it was sort of torn off and caught as someone was moving in between the rooms, let's say, like between the walls, because again, it wasn't completely taken off like super nice. There's still like jagged edges and shit like that.
Yeah, one of those studs had a nail hanging off it or something.
Yeah, so it's just there's a scrap of clothing there. We can go ahead and just talk about the color and stuff like that right now. It's green, and it appears to be from a jacket.
Okay.
Okay. The other thing you find is there's actually almost like somebody had removed the floor. It's like a tiny bit raised and then replaced it. The floor is only in this one section of the room. Hang on, I'll draw that so it's just a little more obvious here. Oh god, yellow. Why did I yellow? Sorry.
So it's a false or fucked. with
Well,
the floor.
it's actually it's just newer. It looks like this little corner of the room has had the floor replaced. Some of the tiles just near it are a bit like cracked slightly, and it looks like they just sort of reapplied the like the flooring there, like the tiles, and it's also less dirty there. So you sort of like pop them off as you would, and you see it looks like someone was attempting to build, like dig a tunnel. Okay, it's not very big. Now when I say attempting to build a tunnel, let's just say you could probably fit your leg in it, and that's it. You could only fit a leg.
So larger than a sewer, or no, yeah, like a street sewer pipe then.
Yeah, but it's just into the dirt. Like there's no like piping or anything. It was just someone was like probably trying to dig it. But also as you sort of like, I don't know if you're sticking your arm in there or you're just shining the flashlight or what have you. I know that you're going to say, I didn't put my arm in no hole. So you
Yeah,
just
no,
sort of...
you look first. You never reach. Come
Yeah.
on, Indiana Jones taught me that.
You do see a little something that is not dirt at the bottom of this hole.
Can I go get a neodymium magnet from Ajax? Because I know his nerd ass would have one.
Yeah, absolutely. So you're just going to go, you come back with a magnet. It doesn't pick it up.
Well, it's non-magnetic. It's a spoon.
Well, then what?
You could try taking something nearby and just kind of
Yeah,
shifting it up
is
there.
is there like a stick outside the bathroom or something?
If you want to give me a luck roll, so that's POW times 5, we'll say that you find just like a long-handled grabber from inside the FBI van. Otherwise, we can do a stick, and it'll just, be difficult for you.
Well, since I'm there, can I do the same thing? Or
Yeah, go for it. Doesn't matter.
so it's POW times 5?
Hey, I got my stick. Or
Oh.
I got my grabby thing.
Yeah.
Well, never mind. I don't need a roll.
So yeah, you get a grabby thing, you pull it up. It is the now when I say first knuckle, I mean the endmost one. So I believe that's actually supposed to be the third knuckle. But either way, it's from the tip knuckle to the end of the finger. So just that little bit, and it is just a small end of a finger.
Why was it shiny?
No, it wasn't shiny. It just didn't look like dirt.
Oh, I thought you said it was shiny.
No.
Because I figured it was like a thing of keys. That's why I went over and got the magnet.
Yeah.
Okay, so I found a... So you mean the bit that's next to your actual palm, or the bit with the fingernail on
The
it?
furthest bit, yeah. So fingernail to just that, like, first little, like, bend. The first knuckle.
Mm.
Mm.
This is where the little kitties were being forced to stay.
That would be some shit, but there's no bedding or food residue in here.
Ooh. Well, you did get a very good search. Yeah, it looks like there could have been food stains on the floor.
Okay,
Caught it.
what is on the floor then that makes it discolored? Is it just grime because the tiles are old then?
Mostly, yeah. I mean, there's a very small amount that you think may be blood, but for the most part, it just looks like wear, tear, dirt, and like perhaps like sick and just stuff like that. Just like a long period of exposure to human elements, but not necessarily people bleeding out in it.
Okay. Well, I'm sure Bob would know exactly what each bodily fluid looked like, both new
And see, and that's the really cool thing is, as silly as having a janitor on the team is, it's actually really interesting having people from different professions, because it's like, I can say that. I can be, oh yeah, the janitor knows exactly what's on the floor, you know?
Yeah, like, well, let's see. That's some sick. That's urine. That's
Yeah, oh, there's
maybe
definitely some
poop.
urine, yeah.
All right. Well, let's see what to do now since I have a little finger. But obviously, it'd be eventually to take it back outside and get it fingerprinted, since we would have that bit there to print.
Yep, you would have that in the new van, yeah. Thank God Ajax asked for the new van. It's pretty OP.
What to do also in here? Well, let's see. So, is the room void aside from the refrigeration units and the floor then?
That's it, yeah.
Alright, I guess we're done. We could go back to the van.
Yep.
Well, could I be a dick and go turn off the refrigeration units so then the floor would de-thaw and smell like hell when they next open it?
Yeah, you could, yeah.
All right, fuck it, yeah, screw their janitor. I'm going to go turn off the refrigerators then.
Oh, okay.
And also, it would make it quieter outside anyway, so we could like hear if there's anything else. Because those make quite a hum.
Yep. So, you're back in the van. You've got the little bit of finger. Now, I'm gonna make you do just a little bit of a sand roll for finding the finger. I was gonna do it before, but I was talking about it. I forgot.
Both of us?
No, just Bob, because then Bob can say I found a finger, and it's not as shocking. It was just the initial. I grabbed it.
And does Bob get a bonus for being a janitor or nah?
No, you don't get any. It's not like you're not gonna lose a lot of sand.
All right, so what am I hoping to beat here for sand? Just
Whatever your current sand is. So the lower your sand gets, yeah, the harder it is to not go crazy. It's pretty cool.
Yeah, nope.
Okay, so you just lose 1 point of sand.
All right. Let me edit that then. All right,
Like,
so
if
I
you
guess
passed
I
it,
would...
I was going to say, like, you didn't lose any. It's just one of those things. Like, seeing a little bit of a finger isn't, like, oh my god. But it's like, it is shocking when it's just like, oh, what's there? Oh, fuck, okay. You know, didn't expect the little finger.
The middle finger. God damn it!
Yeah.
Even from the grave, they piss me off.
So if you pass this off to Ajax and he's turning on... Well, how does that conversation even play out, actually? That's a good question. You open the van doors, you got Connors and Ajax sitting there. Ajax got his
I tell
headphones on.
Connors.
Fair enough.
No. Well, no, I'd probably give the finger to Ajax, but like,
But
you know, just like
But
have
not
it like
the
a
one you found, right?
just like put it in like a Ziploc bag or something. Just be like,
Yep.
hey, Connors, do you have a bag? Yeah, here
Oh,
you
you-
go. Okay, thanks. And then just, hey, Ajax, just toss him the finger.
What?
All right.
Oh.
Ajax, give me a sand roll. You don't lose any sand, but you are pissed.
Leave it to a drunken asshole to go into a bathroom and come out with somebody else's finger. What are you doing there?
Well, hey, you know what? I got 2 more I can give you, and there was nobody else in there, just him.
Well, let's try and find out who our mystery man is.
All right, so
You
you're
find nothing else in that entire bathroom on either side.
Well, I mean, there was a lot of shit on the floor, both literal and figurative. And
It's a public bathroom.
It's not a bathroom. It's a meat locker.
What?
Yep, there's big-ass refrigerators in there, and there's no stalls. The plumbing's all gone, the fixtures are gone, the only thing in there is lights and refrigeration units.
Do you open the refrigerator?
Not
Oh,
really.
It's a refrigeration unit.
yeah. It's essentially like like an AC origami.
Mm-hmm.
Imagine like an
Yeah,
AC to cool down the inside of a room, but like a bunch of
Ah.
them. Yeah,
Yeah.
like the room is a big
Alright.
fridge.
So, I'm gonna grab a latex glove.
Mm-hmm.
and
also,
take the
I-
finger out.
Yeah, I suppose I would give him the little bit of shirt as well, and just be like, "Yeah, this was in the room as well. It wasn't in the hole with the finger. Don't know why there was a hole, but it was in the room." So,
All right. So, if I recall correctly, Agent Connors has the forensic skill. Does anyone
Mhm.
else?
Oh,
Nope.
I was just going to run it through the database.
Oh, I'm talking about the cloth.
Oh,
Yeah, the finger,
Uh,
absolutely. Like, I mean,
forensics.
Connors can just clean the finger off properly for you, so you can get a good reading with the ink. And yeah, you've done something that's something you've done before. It's not hard.
I got 30 in forensics. That's it.
Okay.
I got 0.
Like a 50-50 shot.
All right.
So I roll?
Yeah, go ahead and give me a roll. See what you can figure out about cloth. No, you can always give it to the lab later. This is just a for now.
Well,
See
are
if
we
we
all
can
going to
figure
roll
it
in the forensics for it?
Yeah, if you
Or
want.
is-
well, I don't have anything
Oh.
in the forensic category, so
Wow.
That's not good.
Well, I mean, fine, fuck it. Hail Mary. Hey!
Hey! Gotta love a Hail Mary. All right, so
All right, well, fuck it. I guess
Agent
it-
Connors has it like under like a microscope and is putting a few drops of things on the vid of it. And then Bob walks over and is like, yeah, shouldn't you be using this one, you know? And
That's not the ones that's literally bleach. Stop.
oh, for a second I thought you were going to say, Connors, is that barbecue sauce?
all right, so
Connors, that's a ketchup packet.
so this is actually from a jacket, and you can actually tell because we did manage to succeed the roll here. It's most likely from a sports jacket or a like a jersey-esque material. That's all we can get from that right now.
Oh, bag it and tag it for later.
As for the finger, yeah, you do find the finger on file, and that is belonging to a Miss April Nelson.
Well,
Is that
Wow.
the first? What was the last name of the first?
The last
name?
one.
April.
So the Gersh was the first one, Joey Gersh. He was
Oh,
the.
what's the
no,
April?
April was the
Last
first.
name.
April.
Oh yeah,
Joey
April
was
was
the
the
last.
first one to be kidnapped.
Oh, yeah.
Sorry, I
All
thought
right,
he meant
so-
the first we visited. Sorry.
so this
No.
this is April's finger then, as in the little girl.
Mhm.
Okay, because you said miss, and I'm like, but the mom had her fingers.
Yeah.
Okay.
No, this
All
is
right.
April
Well,
Nelson.
then the first question, which I imagine Bob would have, would be, how long has it been sitting in there? Because everyone would have to have been colder than that in order to preserve it, but it couldn't be too cold because otherwise you'd have frostbite on there. But she's been gone since April, so either it hasn't been in that hole for very long, or that was a very, very lucky circumstance.
That's a good question. What do you think, guys? How should we determine the sort of length of time that the finger is being detached? Would we say a medicine skill or forensics?
Maybe
I would say forensics.
Yeah, I think so too. Okay, give me another roll, Origami and Bob.
Ah, fuck.
Hail Mary.
Yeah.
Nope. Origami?
Oh,
Ah,
Just barely.
Nah, just
Just
barely
barely.
failed it. Okay, so
What-
you guys.
What
can't
about his
determine.
what about his first aid?
the first aid is 60.
Okay, you could try that for like checking necrosis and stuff like that. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, degradation of tissue and yada yada.
Yeah.
Ooh,
Whoa!
wow.
Well, I don't know how it got in there, but goddamn, I'll tell you how long.
All right. Well, let us
You
say.
suck with clothing, but you're good with dead people.
Okay, it's been in there for about a month and a half.
What?
2 months at the very longest. It's been preserved extremely well, probably just because of, I mean, the room itself was cold, but it was in sort of like the dirt, which would have been a little colder underground, keeping it, especially this time of year.
Mhm.
So you said 2.5 months?
No, a month and a half, 2 at the most.
Okay.
So April might be alive for a month ago.
Well, I mean, she might still be alive. It's just for some reason her fingertip was removed, if she is.
Yeah.
So it seems like some kind of struggle.
That would be a fair assumption, I think, yeah.
Struggle or
Or she was caught digging a
Punishment.
hole, or maybe,
Yeah.
again, it's jagged edges, maybe. Okay, you know what? I'm going to give that one to you. It looks like it was cut more cleanly than not cleanly. So we'll say it wasn't
Okay, so
accidental.
it was severed, not ripped off.
Yeah, okay.
So seems like to be either a punishment or something.
Maybe she just put it in the wrong hole. Who knows?
Yeah, kinky.
April was 11.
That was a good thing.
All right. So what's our plan to get in here, boys?
Is there any windows?
Mm-mm.
What is Ajax's stealth?
Drone.
Ajax's what name?
Stealth.
Oh, I don't know. Probably garbage. He's a nerd.
Yeah, I have to sneak around a lot in my profession.
Well, I mean, like your
Sneak
guy's
around the
also
internet.
He's a skinny little nothing, so.
So Ajax drone showed nothing, only a box for the CCT.
No.
Oh yeah, we're.
See
no
that X
extra
on the map?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, the X is presumably the CCTV box.
And there's no windows at all.
No.
Hey, I didn't say that. No, I'm actually kind of curious how the hell that happened.
10 out of 10.
Oh, now hold it.
Yeah, there you go.
Well, just failed my ultimate sand check. I now have a split personality.
Oh, jeez. All right. So
Not
are
like
we
this.
going to try and stealth up to the box and
That finger
Well-
was just one sand check too far. I can't handle this anymore.
So there was no other anything outside. Like
No.
there was no power poles from the street. No nothing.
no? Okay, so yeah, so the power there is a line going down, but it goes underground.
Do I have a silencer?
Nope.
I
No.
could just see frickin' Rudy, or sorry, Origami or Borrowed out there with like a pocket knife trying to cut whatever that cord is. I don't know what this is, but this shit's out of here now.
Has anyone got a shovel?
Um,
Well, I mean, Bob might. I don't know. You never know.
Yeah.
Who has engineering?
Ajax, probably.
Can I ask Ajax to make a makeshift silencer? Because we're in a
Makeshift
screen.
silencer.
yeah.
Oh,
I can share the one.
You mean
I
crap?
have points in many things mechanical, but I don't have one listed as MacGyver.
Well, no. Like, what about craft? You know, like just
So
I don't know. You know, you take a soda can, you stuff it full of fucking like paper towels.
Yeah.
mhm.
It'd be really crappy, but yeah.
It'd be a piece of shit. You'd get like 1-2 shots out of it, but
Okay.
Yeah.
Do we have paper towels and a soda can?
Well, I
This
imagine they
isn't
probably
this is an FBI van.
Mm-hmm.
probably a box of donuts in there as well. Or no, we determined the FBI liked waffles, right?
That's right. Yeah.
Yeah.
All
Box
right.
of waffles. It's got Eggo sitting in the back. These are de-thawing and going everywhere.
Give me a D100, boys. Whoever's gonna try and make it.
I have
Ajax.
0.
I got some points in crafting.
I'm not seeing any
Right,
uh,
you
crafting
can just-
skill. Period.
Use your
I
mechanical.
started
or
computer
something.
science.
I think. Well, no, Zelphus had a different character sheet, but I thought Zelphus had like 70 in crafting. I thought he got higher than me.
No, he had it in a specific craft, which was robotics.
science.
And
Well,
yeah,
apparently I can't make jack fuck with a soda can and paper towels.
Well, that ain't happening. No,
Hey, but at least you don't have a split personality.
that's true.
Like, really? 95? What the fuck?
Yeah, that's a bad roll.
Yeah. I mean, it was a 60-40 chance, but still 95. God damn.
I mean, we could always just crash the van through the door and say fuck it.
Oh, right. So
Does,
who
roll
got,
for
does
drive.
qualify as operate heavy machinery.
I
so
was
who got the
gonna
height?
say,
I have heavy machinery.
So who
Got
got
my
the
class
highest?
license and everything.
Yeah, sorry, but you're saying origami?
Who got the highest stealth? Because I got 40.
me.
Yeah, it's Agent Rudy. Yeah, he's got a 70.
I
I
was
think.
gonna say I can have Ajax if he has a hacking device to stick on the thing and the X and
Well, you can.
that way.
Ajax, make me a mute jammer.
Well, the thing is, so you could essentially
At
like.
that point, honestly, if that question came up to Ajax, he'd look at them and go, first off, that doesn't exist. B, I'm surprised you know about Rainbow Six.
So, like, Agent Rudy could have his cell phone camera, and Ajax could be looking at it through his tablet and tell him what to do
Oh.
from there.
Mm.
But
Could I not?
But
just
Connors
use
has a
the
little bit of
camera
stuff.
on his vest or his goggles or whatever he's using as a tactical insertion.
His Google Glass.
Oh, yeah, okay.
Oh God.
Yeah, we probably have a camera on our vest, right?
Just
Mhm.
kind of wondering here, Raffle, seriously. They're about to raid a warehouse. I understand why I don't have a bulletproof vest or anything right now as I'm sitting in the van.
Everybody else
But
does.
why wouldn't they have? Yeah, I was about to say, why don't they have specialty gear already on?
No,
like,
they
the
do,
helmet
yeah.
glass
They've been
and
wearing it
stuff?
this whole time,
Yeah.
yeah.
And those are all linked.
Yeah.
I would be able to see through their eyes, basically. On my all right. Basically, if anyone here has seen Aliens 2, think that.
Yeah,
They're-
okay, I know what you're talking
they're
about.
two
Yeah.
lieutenants inside the APC.
Yep. All right, cool,
so
cool.
there's nothing preventing him from going up there, and then I just kind of talk him through it.
Sure, yeah, you guys want to do that?
Sure, I can do that.
Okay, but Origami said that he had stealth, right? Just a little
Or
bit.
like Shelly.
Oh,
Or, like,
shitty.
Okay, but I mean, in case Rudy fucks up, so we have somebody else with stealth.
Well, if he fucks up stealth, I mean, he's already been seen, so.
Use the skill ninja vanish.
So, Rudy, go ahead and give me that stealth roll.
No.
The rage. Okay, but
By 8 points.
the thing is, nobody knows he failed it. Right.
Mm.
So he's over here. He's at the
Well,
box.
I mean, the alarm hasn't gone off. There's nobody with guns running outside yet.
That's right. So Ajax, you walk him through it. I guess we'll have Ajax make a roll. I think that's fair. So that would be like engineering or mechanical, electric, any of those kind of things.
That's electrics.
Well, shit. I make a roll. Click on it. It has to be something specific. Hold on.
It doesn't matter. I'm pretty sure you guys. Hang on. Let me find your.
Well,
I would say electrics because you're dealing with wires and cables.
Yeah, I mean. Oh, actually, Ajax ain't even that good of a mechanic. He's more of a robotics and microelectronics and computers guy.
I'm more surprised that you don't have more with mechanical. Like robotics is its own field, but that builds off of mechanical engineering.
Yeah, but I mean,
Yeah.
it's.
So-
irregardless,
So did he
Regardless.
fail?
Yeah,
did I fail?
yeah.
Should I roll a Hail Mary?
Is Bob gonna run over there like full tilt, or are you
No,
gonna
I mean,
go?
like, Bob's got some points in heavy machinery, and that still is machinery taking shit apart. Like, there is
Yeah,
no
okay,
electronics
I'll
in
give you
this.
that.
I mean, it's a 50-50 here, so.
Hey, nice. All right. So
Wasn't an 11 this time, though.
between the two of you, I'm gonna say what
We were
happened.
able to configure it out.
Because Ajax was pretty close. I mean, he's got a 30 in mechanical and electrical, so I'm going to say between
kind
that,
of 40 in micro.
yeah. So I'm going to say between all those factors and the fact that we got a pass with Bob, between the two of you, you talk them into getting the right combination of wires, and the cameras you notice on your sort of electro screening, if you will, they go off.
Perfect.
Okay.
Perfect.
Great job, comrade. Vodka for everyone. Just kidding, it's my vodka, by real.
So which of the two doors are we going in? We're going in the van door, or are we going in the... Oh, there's, I guess, three if you go into the tiny little reception first.
I think we should split up.
So there was
I think I should go
zero
in there
windows,
first.
like, anywhere?
Yeah, and in fact, bit of interesting news. So this right here, that's not a door. If you go around to that side of the building, there's not a door there where it is on the blueprint.
So
Oh.
what is that? Oh, that was a door?
Was.
Like, we're looking at the blueprint right now.
But the blueprint's from a few years ago, before
Yeah.
Rainbow bought it.
Yeah.
That's why I'm clarifying. That was a door at one time then.
Yep.
So, question, is there roof access?
No.
No.
There's
This is a fucking warehouse. How do you... What? You have to get up there to clean it.
No, I mean,
Yeah.
it looks like it's
It might have
literally been
internal
like
access.
sheeted over.
Might have
Can I
internal
see?
access from inside to get to the roof, though.
So, does Ajax have a mini camera that can step underneath the doors on the warehouse?
He's got a
Ruffle.
drone. It wouldn't fit.
I was about to say,
under there.
Ruffle,
Yeah.
we're getting a little too far into it. Like, I wouldn't be carrying something like that. That's specialized.
Well, we
or
could
something for,
probably
like,
just-
SWAT.
You could just probably just take the camera off the drone. Just GoPro.
No, I'm talking. like-
Okay. No, that's just not happening.
I mean,
Can
you guys,
see if the-
you guys could have one of those snake cameras.
That's the what I was talking about. With the
Yeah.
snake
Oh, yeah,
camera.
one of
I
them.
couldn't think of that.
I mean,
Yeah,
it's
Splinter
not gonna
Cell.
like keep going, but like it would let you see immediately behind the door. Yeah.
Yeah, you got like a foot of cable in there. You can like look at something. That's about it.
And sorry, Origami,
Yeah.
you were saying?
Can I see if the recently sealed doorway or window? Can I see if there's like any cracks in it? Like it seems to be breakable.
No, it doesn't. It
We
doesn't
don't
seem to be
want to.
breakable. Yeah.
Mm.
Well, it's good to
Guys?
know.
So
Then
are
outside the
we
building.
sticking the camera underneath the whatever the rollaway door for the truck, or where are we sticking it?
No, the left side of the building.
So we're going
Mhm.
for here.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
I figured we would just like let me grab a color. It's not disgusting. I figured we would just like open this door a little bit and just stick it in like that.
No, I want to go here just in case we have to hide behind this.
Okay. Yeah,
well,
behind the
but
factory
that's-
equipment.
But that was only there in the blueprint, though. Whereas here, we're still around the side of the building.
I was thinking of going like
Yes.
split,
Hmm.
like 2 goals in A, 2 goals to B.
How do I?
I mean, that's fair if you
Just
want to do that.
highlight it. Drag your mouse over it with the
Yeah.
and then delete.
Hmm.
All right, are we gonna go 2 and 2? I mean,
Yeah,
you
let's go
probably
2
have
and
2
2.
snake cams. Okay, so we're
Well, I
gonna.
mean, even then, though, you could probably just scooch this door up a little bit and just look under it yourself because it's just a big.
So we
sliding-
are snake
whatever.
camming in.
Oh,
Here we go, boys. Panic, panic.
Told you there'd be nothing in there.
Yeah, so it's not there anymore.
Hmm.
8.
There we go.
What's the yellow polka dotted?
That's like
Yeah.
that's just a road. Sorry, like a little pathway.
Oh,
I had it drawn in the one, and then when I did the blueprint, I forgot I had it. But I mean, you wouldn't have that on a
It-
blueprint anyway.
Yeah,
So-
that's the loading access for the truck bay.
Yeah.
Well, no, I was just curious, but
No, that's a completely fair question. I just forgot. So
So it's empty. There's no one in there.
yeah, sorry, I'm just gonna drag you guys down. Is Ajax staying in the van?
Yep.
Okay, that's fine. Support operator. So who's going in first and who's going in where?
I think the
I also-
first.
Well, I mean, he's there with the snake majigger. I'm sitting here just looking underneath the rollaway door.
Okay,
I was gonna say I'll stealth in till I don't know, give or take here.
sure. Yep.
See if there's anyone underneath.
No, you just go along the wall, just doing the
Yeah,
theme song.
Give me a roll there, Rudy.
Dun-dun-dun-dun-dun-dun.
Ooh, all right.
Shit.
Wow, that's all right. Nope.
You sure you were a seal, boy?
Yeah, no
You're
shit.
behaving like a fucking walrus.
Is there a listen, or is it's just search in this, right? Yeah.
Yeah, it's a search.
Yeah, they didn't put it in there. Okay, so go ahead and give me a search roll there, Bob and Origami. Sorry, Connors. Okay,
Hey.
66.
that's a pass, yeah.
Pass and a critical.
Ooh.
Ooh.
Oh.
All right, so both of you actually hear from inside, in the direction where Rudy is currently.
You just hear.
No, you don't hear that, but you do hear sort of like a little bit of like a clang. It's silent, but you just sort of hear like a ching or something in that direction. So there's something.
Well,
going
did
on.
we hear him since he fucked the stealth roll, or?
Well, you don't know that, but
Uh,
yes, probably.
And I move to here, right next to the door.
Okay, are you guys stealthing as well, or are you just sort of normal walking, just assuming, fuck it?
Stealthy.
Well, I mean, like, there's literally nobody else in here, so I'm just gonna like go to like the corner, interior corner.
Okay, cool. So Ajax, you are allowed to, you know how I was saying that Bob and Connors heard this sort of noise. Because you're in the van and you're watching all their cameras, you could just be relaying this information and say, "Oh, nobody panic. That was just Agent Rudy."
Yeah, he kicked a soda can.
Yeah. So is that what you're doing?
Yeah.
Yeah, you're just relaying all the information of what everybody's seeing and stuff like that? Okay, cool.
Yep.
So, yeah, you guys, first things you're going to notice is there's no machinery in here anymore. There's nothing. On the
Well,
wall.
and the entire reception area has been ripped out.
Yeah. Yep. Just it's completely gone. And it looks like there may have been things here before, but right now it's dark, so we can't really make a proper search.
Question: how big is this warehouse? Like, how long are we talking?
I want to say to scale is probably probably fine, but I mean I didn't really put too much thought into it. Let's say it's would be good. I mean it's hard to say because obviously we know different locations. You guys have like Walmart, right?
Mm-hmm.
Let's say it's about the size of a normal Walmart, not like a fucking one of those massive Walmarts you get, but about the size
not a
of...
super. So like the size of like a Safeway or something, just
Sure.
a grocery store.
Okay, yeah, I'll take a grocery store, yeah.
Okay.
All right. Well, I mean, if that's so, then just for the sake of eventual theoretical use, then if that was so, then there would be bulkheads probably about here, there, here, and there. But we don't have explosives with us.
Yeah, to bring the whole thing down. But
Well,
yeah,
I
that's...
do have 40 demolitions, but no
Ooh.
explosives.
But yeah, we have no explosives on us. Although, if we could poke his friends, if we do need to level the fucker.
Mhm.
Because, I mean, yeah, there'd either be 4 or 6 bulkheads, depending on
Yep.
just how much weight they have on the roof.
Yep, no,
Yep.
correct. So, who's going in what room?
I'm going to the room
I
in
would-
GC.
I'm going to check the one I'm right next to.
Okay.
I was gonna say I want to snake the.
Snake?
All right, Rudy. You snake that room, and it seems to be completely empty,
'Cause it's a hallway.
except... Wow, that's an interesting thing. Except for the doorway leading into the next room has, think of an airport metal detector in front of the door.
Okay, I will enter next to it, talking to Ajax, seeing if there's a way of disabling it.
Okay. Ajax?
Just give it a, what is it? Give it a polio vaccine, and now it has autism. You disabled it.
Oh, jeez.
Ah,
Wow, there's a joke. So, Ajax, you gonna try and disable this one?
Yeah. What do I need to roll?
You can
A
use
one.
your microelectronics on this, yeah. It's a bit more complicated.
Nope.
Oh, okay. So, yeah, you can't figure out
Sorry,
how to...
systems beyond me.
Can we just wait until everybody else is there and try and finagle something else?
Sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, let's check our room then.
Okay.
Well, I will tell Bob and Connors what I've found and what I try to do.
Yeah, Ajax is
Found a
relaying the
Melodagger. Did you
information.
kick
to us.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So Bob and Connors
No.
pop in this room here, and it's basically a bunch of lockers, and like some little benches and stuff like that.
Can I pull out my gun?
Yeah, sure. You got your gun out.
So yeah,
God
Just in
damn it,
case.
Bard.
So for the most part, the lockers are open. Oh, pardon me, guys. There's a few closed, but for the most part, they're just open, and it looks like again things were taken out in a hurry.
Found another finger.
Maybe.
Search roll?
This isn't going to turn into a child jigsaw puzzle, is it?
Yes.
Let's find out.
No.
So do you guys?
We are
Yeah.
searching again?
yeah.
Yeah,
Sir.
if you want to. And when you search,
Jesus
Oh my
fucking
God, you're
Christ.
blind.
oh my
I
god.
found literally nothing. I've got lost. I'm now on the other side of the fucking factory. What room? I wasn't in a room.
Oh,
All right. Well.
search. I got. Ooh, I pass.
Okay, cool. So Connors found stuff. Yeah, Bob found himself over there. Um,
I was looking for the can that he kicked.
now, Connors, are you opening the closed?
Bob, you're moving off.
Lockers.
Where are you going?
I don't know. I heard something.
Bob, get back. I need your help.
No,
Yes.
it's more important. It was a metallic sound.
You are okay. One of
Yeah,
them's
so I read it.
locked. The rest of them have what it looked to be. It was just like sort of like suits, like you know what I mean.
Mm-hmm.
There's just like 3 or 4 of the lockers that had suits in them.
Can I take
Just
one?
What kind of suits?
Yep, just like
Tell
a.
me, are they green?
No, they're like a hazmat suit.
No.
Oh.
So I take one hazmat suit.
Okay.
Uh,
And then there is one of the lockers that is completely locked. And if Bob wasn't drunk off his ass and blind right now,
can I
yeah,
have Connors explain there's a locked door and I can try to pick lock it?
No, you know it because Ajax is relaying the information to us.
yeah. So he's just in the van the whole time. Rudy, everyone knows what's going on because Ajax is
Alright.
going like, okay, Connor's opening the lockers. One of them's locked. She's finding these like sort of suits, like you know what I mean.
Bob's still looking
Well,
for that fucking bean can.
Mhm.
Well, I'll go over to Connors
Yeah.
and try to pick lock.
Okay.
I just boom.
All right. Give me a lockpick roll.
Yay!
Hey, nice.
Yeah.
And I'm actually going to need Ajax to give me a search roll. Okay. Is that a pass?
I
Wait,
believe
why
it
did
is.
Ajax need to give a search?
What is your search? Oh, no, it isn't. You only got 25.
Oh,
Why does
never
Ajax
mind.
need to search though? He's not in the room.
I know.
but I'm looking.
You
at
get
monitors.
cameras. On.
I know. Okay, because search is like your look, your listen, your perception. So, yes, Agent Rudy has managed to open the last of the lockers, and boy, oh boy, did you find some fun stuff in here. Give me a... Well,
Literally a bag-
actually,
literally a bag of fun stuff.
I'm not going to have you give me a sand roll because of who you are. So you just find bloody child-sized clothing.
Oh boy.
Wow,
Just a bunch of it stuffed in there.
I was just being a smartass. Didn't realize it turned out to be right.
Yeah. No, you don't see any bodies or anything like that, but just, yeah, like someone like
Yet.
took their clothing off.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we have like latex gloves or something on, so I can try
Yep,
to
totally, yep.
shuffle through.
Now, I was going to
Well-
make you do a sand roll, and then I thought, you know what? This is a Navy SEAL.
Mhm.
Nope, it's fine. You know what I mean? Like, this isn't going to be shocking to him.
And I'm a doctor.
Exactly. So it's not going to be
God damn it, Barrow.
Oh, God. Pick up that can.
So-
Ajax, at this moment, you are going silent on comms until you otherwise say that you want to say something. Okay? Do you understand that? Oh, not like our comms. You smart ass fuck.
RP too much. Hardcore.
Rip.
All right.
God damn it, Baron. Stay still.
Check outside for a dumpster. Fair enough. Is Bob canonically going outside to look for a dumpster?
Well, I mean, Bob didn't know what the fuck was going on. I got lost on the other side of the factory and found the can that Rudy kicked on his failed stealth roll, so I need to go take care of it. My janitor senses.
So we have no more comms. Relaying.
Okay.
You know what? Fuck it. The dumpster's now here. Okay? I'm putting it in the dumpster. So you do a fuck, have fun.
Can I remove all my anything metal I have, give to Rudy, and put on the hazmat suit and try to enter the area over here?
Yep. So you put the hazmat on. And you're trying to walk through the metal detector thing.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Well,
And I-
put on another
Okay,
hazmat suit
cool.
just in case.
So I have nothing on me.
You took all your gear off, like bulletproof vests and everything.
If it has metal, it's off.
Okay, cool. So you've taken everything off. You walk through, and
I'm
it
gonna
go.
sit outside, so
Now-
I have my gun and all that just in
Okay.
case.
So the door is shut, but when you walk up to it, you don't have any metal on you. You've got the hazmat suit, so you're not sure what combination of things is doing it. But there's like a moment, it's like ding, and you step into a very large room compared to the one you're currently in, which appears to be like almost like a boardroom. It looks like it used to have some computer screens or stuff like that. Everything's been taken down or removed in a hurry, it looks like. But yeah, it's sort of like a boardroom. There's a table and a desk.
Do I see any like projects on the walls or anything?
Nope, everything's been ripped off if there was something there. There may be like odd traces of like tape or paper, but for the most part
And
it's all gone.
comms are down, right?
Sorry?
Comms are down.
Yeah. Well, the comms aren't down, you're just not hearing back from Ajax.
Oh.
Everyone else is still talking to each other. Like, you know, because you have those sort of, almost like the sub-vocal microphones, you know what I mean? Like ones that are like right there and you're just like sort of whispering to each other.
I think Bob should go check on Ajax just in case something happened.
Okay, and you can give me a, do we have intelligence or what is the equivalent? I mean, there is intelligence, but yeah, give me an int times 5 roll
Alright.
to Rudy and Connors.
Int times 5?
Yeah.
So I need a 50. Oh boy.
That's not too bad.
Get this back.
What's it?
Yeah, not that bad, eh?
All right. So Agent Connors
Intel-
remembers. She's looking at the room. She's like, well, this doesn't make sense. There should be more. Because looking at the blueprints that Ajax got us, there should be another chunk to this building.
There should be like another like 10 foot.
Yeah.
So, can I search for anything?
Yep.
beyond
Give me a search roll there. I'll say given enough time you can find it. The search roll is for timing's sake.
Oh,
Jesus Christ.
Twice.
Yeah, Connor's just carrying the game. So, Connors, you find there's a keypad on the wall, and there's a slight slit in the wall where you can barely feel it, but it seems like part of the wall is actually movable. To your east there. Is Bob going back to check on Ajax? Throw half a pizza, damn. Anything else useful in there, Bob?
I was gonna ask if I could do a search roll for there, see if there's anything more than a pizza.
There's an M1014 and a hand grenade. Huh.
They have an M60 in here, half a belt of ammo.
Actually, yes.
so well,
What do I find?
You find
no.
the rest of that jersey.
Oh, I thought it was his jersey. Oh, so I'm just verbally speaking to Rudy that there's a keypad and electronics here that if we somewhat disable the metal detector, we could enter and somewhat activate the keypad.
Question. What size is this jersey? Is it, man
It's
size,
child
woman size?
yeah.
So
Bob
that's
can
what I
make an
figured.
intelligence roll. See if he remembers information from yesterday.
Hey.
Hey.
Okay, so I guess I wasn't that drunk yesterday.
Yeah, well, you were, but
That's I mean, I wasn't that
Yeah.
drunk. I still
You actually remember Joey Gersh was kidnapped wearing a jersey, a long jersey, for the Chargers. And this is a Chargers jersey.
All right. Well, I guess after that I can go over
Why did Sophus roll?
and check on
I'm
Ajax.
very stealthily trying to work my way through a system.
Yeah,
Hmm.
doing some tricksy shit. So Bob's heading over to Ajax?
Wait. Can I roll strength or something to like
Mhm.
punch the side of the van and scare the shit out of him?
Okay.
You might break your hand.
Well, as
No,
you...
I don't mean like punch it like with a fist. I mean like you just the flat like the bottom of your palm, just a good thud.
All right.
That's why the fuck not? We're in a strange, spoopy place.
We're going to have a little bit of a pause. A few things are going to happen here. Ajax, give me a 1d10.
Go fuck.
What?
Roll 1d10 for me. All right. So here's what happens. People in the building, I need a search roll. Bob doesn't need one to hear this.
So 100.
Yep. Whatever your search is. That's a pass, I think.
Ooh,
I
I
think-
pass.
I
Yeah.
know. I have a. Can I spend one of my points so I can pass?
Yeah, sure, that's fine. You can put it up.
So
Yeah.
I'll be at 40.
Okay. And then Origami, I think you're 50, right? For search? 60?
60.
Okay.
I did the math.
You guys
Seven.
hear it's quieter for you guys, and Bob's going to hear this very loudly as he's approaching the van. The sound of a revolver kicking back and a shot ringing out. And as you are now running up to the van, there is one guy on the ground, holding a larger rifle. You can't quite make out what it is just yet. There's another guy pointing a rifle into the van and yelling, "Just put it down, son. We're not here to hurt you."
There's my answer.
Well, okay, now, how close is Bob? Like, am I as close as I am? So I'm like 15 feet away, or
So
Oh, fuck right off. I'm sorry. I think 9 beats a 3 in this one.
well, I'm just saying, like, before you can pull it again, the guy caps you in the leg.
Are we talking
So-
glancing? Do I get a save roll against that, or is that
No,
just a no?
this isn't a like. I mean, you have 9 health, so this isn't fatal. He's shooting you in the leg. He's just making sure.
Alright.
And he's like, it's all right. We're with the government. You know what I mean? Like, we're friendly. We're friendly.
No. No hopping again. No, I'm sorry. That's bullshit. Straight out
So
of line.
Bob is running up. What are you
Can-
doing here,
can-
Bob?
I'm football tackling that motherfucker. One's already on the ground. I'm plowing full bore into the other guy. He just fucking shot into the van.
Yeah, fair enough. All right.
And
So
he's also been shot again by a revolver, so I think he's either dead or nearly
Yeah,
there.
he's gonna
we-
get clocked
you-
with like 280 pounds of anger.
well, the thing is, you didn't get your second shot off. So because you did the one shot and the guy was like,
I
"Don't you
have
do
to
it?"
take an agility check or something to make
No,
a second fire
'cause,
clock?
I mean,
What?
this guy is much more of a skill combatant than you.
Oh.
Yeah, but it's okay. I mean, you're certainly in the position where you can take a shot next round, should you need be.
Well, I'm
Um,
going to try and make sure I take extra special precautions not to hit Bob.
Yeah, the guy on the ground though is he's sort of got his hands up, like he's dropping the gun. Bob is doing his tackle. Give me an unarmed check there, Bob.
Whoa, time out. The guy I shot first isn't dead?
No, he's not dead.
It's a fucking
So-
revolver from less than 4 feet away. How
He
are you not...
did 7 damage. You have 9 health. That wouldn't kill you. Put him in not a good state, but I mean he's putting the gun down, putting his hands up. You hit him like presumably center
Yeah.
mass. He's got a bulletproof vest.
I'm sorry. I just... Never mind. Continue.
All right,
All
Bob,
right, so-
unarmed.
Unarmed. Do I get any modifier because of my super high strength?
No, but you do get. We'll give you a plus 20 because he doesn't really expect you.
Okay.
Nice.
I got 60 and unarmed, so barely failed.
Yeah.
Plus,
Plus 20, so you're good.
Okay.
So you slam into the guy. You've knocked him down. You recognize this guy, Bob.
so I don't punch him in the teeth. Okay.
Well, I mean, maybe you
Well,
do
that's
punch
up
him in
to
the
you.
teeth, but roll me 1d4 for damage just from the tackle.
D4.
Okay.
Focus back.
I tackled the fuck out of him.
Now he is wearing bulletproof armor. I'll let you know that. So the
Yeah, so
4
like,
damage.
I didn't break his ribs, but
Yeah,
still, you're getting
you've
clocked with
winded
all
him.
the ball.
Yeah, Bob's Fury. You recognize this guy. Nobody else would, but you talk to him in the diner. This is the guy who handed you the
okay.
chip,
Yeah, Mr. Coin.
Mr.
Yeah.
Coin.
Told
All
you
right.
you should have looked at it.
Yeah, but I mean, it was just a coin. What the fuck do I care about a coin? Like, it goes in the bus fare pouch.
Well, it's actually like a guitar pick, right? So it's not a coin.
Yeah,
it's
but I mean,
yeah,
it's
Oh, yeah.
coin shaped.
it's a token.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, all right, what is happening now? I mean, the guys in the building have heard these shots ring out.
Well, obviously,
Oh,
I'm full bore out there to see what the hell's going on.
What do I have to do now that I've been injured? Do I have to do something to try and staunch it, or
Well,
is
Connor-
it more of a fatal, or what do I do?
I'm a doctor. Oh,
I've never actually been injured without a way to kind of deflect it, or if it's something less than fatal.
Okay, so what's going to happen is, for right now, nothing. You've just taken 3 points of damage. A first aid roll that's successful will reduce that by 1, so you'll only be at 2 points of damage. And then it's just 2 days of resting up will recover the final health.
All right, so where's my first
Well,
aid roll?
Well, Connors also has first aid.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
Connor's can patch you up pretty good.
All right, in that case, I'll wait for Connors. In the meanwhile, I'm going to line up with the guys on the ground,
Okay, yep.
and I'm going to
well,
shoot him in the face.
Classic.
I'm sorry, a vest might stop a bullet. Headshots are fatal.
Such as Elvis play. Just like, oh, guy with a gun, I'm killing him, or guy that I don't think's friendly. All right, so
Well, look on the bright side. With him dead, it's easier to deal with one guy.
Well,
So-
I
And
mean,
from my perspective, we're with the government. 2 men broke into my van, held me at gunpoint, and 1 has shot me in the leg. They didn't announce who they were. Guys, to run this by you, what happened was I got a message from Raffle saying, you now feel 2 guns at the back. You feel 2 men open the door, and then you've got 2 guns pointed at you.
Yeah.
So it's one of those, okay, FBI van, number 1. Number 2,
well, it's not. It's
both
an
of them holding
unmarked,
guns
isn't
at
it?
me. Yeah, but if they're with their government, they would know it's an FBI van.
Hey, you know what, Ajax?
But it's unmarked.
Slow
I think that's
the
fair.
license plates have little
That's
things
what
on the blades
unmarked
to go in
means.
vehicle.
Unmarked means there's no license plate.
Fine.
You know what,
I'm granting
Ajax?
that.
but
But I
well,
would
I mean,
still, regardless of whatever reasoning I try to make for this, it doesn't matter. I'm still going to try and shoot the guy on the ground in the face.
Yep. Origami and Rudy, I think you two would still be on the way while this is happening because
Yeah,
the
so
only thing that's happened in the meantime, because I was already basically here, would be
Okay.
I would like tackle the fucker and be on top of him by the time you guys are even like
Yes.
outside of the building.
so,
Yeah, but
I would
I
be
am.
basically running and yelling at
Okay,
Ajax.
search rolls from only Rudy and Connors. No, Rudy, you can be there. Yeah, that's fine. It's a fail.
Yeah, I just don't think they'd be on top of us by the time that Zelphus was able to hop out of the
I
Shit,
am
I
able
don't
to
see
go.
nothing.
Yeah,
Um,
but I mean, I was a scant few feet away by the time that all this shit happened. Like,
Okay. Yeah, no, I know what you're saying. They're on their way though.
Yeah.
Ooh, okay, Bob, I'll give you a search roll minus 20, just because nobody else made this, and I'm feeling very generous this evening. Fuck.
I would need a search roll plus 20 to make that.
Okay, Ajax search roll minus 30.
Okay.
Oh, you don't have that, do you? I mean, that would be literally a 1 because you got 25 in search. Okay. That's rough. All right, guys. Well, in a short period of time, as you guys, I mean, Ajax blew the one guy's head off.
I couldn't have caught his revolver before he leveled it. He said he got all the way out of the van first.
Why, are you going to try
I?
and stop Ajax?
Well, I mean, if I recognize the guy I just tackled and I see a revolver coming down towards his head, then-
Oh, no. The guy you've tackled is still within your arms in a loving embrace.
Yeah.
I'm shooting the guy who was
The
on
guy
the
he already
ground.
shot once, yeah. So I don't think you'd
Oh.
really have time to, like, notice
okay,
that.
well, in that case, yeah, the other guy is writhing pile of.
Yeah, so that's
okay,
splurting
sucks
out.
for him.
That guy's dead. You guys have now that you're sort of all together and Bob's standing over the guy, Ajax is potentially hopping out of the van to see what's up.
I'd really rather have the doctor bandage my leg first.
Okay,
I
so
will-
Connor's
yeah,
is getting
me
in the
too.
van. Rudy's
Wait,
now.
how the hell did he shoot the guy on the floor? Like, damn, must have been. Were you sitting in a chair in the van?
I would just stand up and move over to the door and level the gun and shoot.
Okay. 'Cause I was
I mean, normally with me, if he was my size, he would be able
He'd
to
be
do it in
fucked, yeah.
a sitting position.
Yeah.
It wouldn't be hard, but
Yeah. So, well, you're actually now surrounded by 12 individuals, suits and guns. Not suit, sorry, not like a black suit. These are more military grade suits.
Hmm.
for a second there, I could have sworn you were about to say a zoot suit. Like that would have been
I
The
knew I
12
should have
zoot
caught
suit clad men.
Yeah, the guy that Borod's on top of, though, is still wearing the same, like, get-up he was sort of wearing at the bar, the sort of trench coat. He does have a vest on, though. And, yes.
By the way, I would just like to say you did ask us earlier about fight or flight.
Yeah, no, that's fine. This is resolved how it has. I was just making sure that we all knew what was happening as it was happening. So, what is Bob doing here? Bob's yelling that?
Well, Bob is now pissed that I have 12 guns leveled at me, so I'm going to level my own gun at Mr. Chip because I recognize him, but fucking from the government, that doesn't mean shit. Who's government?
No, fair
Yeah,
enough.
Normally, if you announce yourself, you say FBI, CIA, police. You don't.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm
don't-
with the government, motherfucker.
Well, he didn't
Yeah,
sound like
like-
that, but yeah.
I know, but I'm trying to make it as yokel as possible, but it's not something you do. You don't
The,
just I'm with
yeah.
the government.
So the gentleman that you have borrowed, he sort of, you see him wave his hands, and people start lowering their guns.
Yeah, the gentleman I currently have eating my fucking pistol's barrel.
Yeah. He's sort
You
of,
like the taste.
he looks at you and he's like, well, you can see he's not happy. Obviously, things definitely didn't go the way he planned.
Yeah, he just
Um,
got a rib broken.
Yeah, and one of his agents has been shot, and he's like, "Do you mind if I stand up, at least, Bob?"
Alex,
I imagine the first
Friend
thing
of
Bob would
yours?
say. Yeah, I imagine the first thing Bob would say is, "You ain't fucking moving until I get some answers."
It's like,
Because-
very well.
Because yeah, gunshots raise questions.
What do you need
Attempted
to know?
murder of a team member also raises questions.
yeah. Obviously, I have my gun drawn.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
And
So
my
And
gun-
what is Origami doing? Is he back down around the other side of the building?
No,
he's popping in the
fixing-
van to fix it. Yeah. Can we get a roll for first aid, by the way, from you, Connors? See if you can patch up his leg.
Please don't let this be a critical failure.
99.
Shut up, Paul! Look what you've done.
First E is 60. I fail barely.
Okay, so
I just put
Um,
Bandy on it.
Still 3 points of damage.
yeah, 3 points of damage, but not the end of the world.
He put some gauze around it, but he ended up only making a tourniquet.
So,
Oh no!
oh
Don't say
god.
that.
So the
Don't
guy,
say that.
so the guy says, "What do you want to know?"
How about why
Well-
you tried to kill me, you asshole?
Well, he's talking to Bob.
Well, first off, let's ask, who the fuck are you? Who the fuck are you with? Why the fuck weren't we informed you were here? And why the fuck did you just shoot him?
All right. Well, this is a story. He sort of coughs, like a bit of a dry cough. You can tell he's getting on in years. He probably looks to be about 70 at this point.
Yeah, potentially punctured lung.
I mean, maybe even 80 years old. He looks old and worn and rugged. All right. So, actually, yeah, we're gonna say he looks 80. But anyway.
Oh, I thought he was the younger of the people in the diner. Like,
No, it's just like you didn't get like a great look at him. Do you know what I mean?
okay.
But he looked older, like he had gray hair and shit like that. But just the other people were like obvious old people.
Mm.
So he's like, you can just call me Uncle Sam. I wouldn't worry too much. We're with the government, son.
I'm with the government. He's with the government. We're all with the government. Hell, even Nerd Boy over there is a fucking contractee.
He looks at all of you and he's like, I know all about you and the FBI and your investigation here. I'm willing to look past the fact you murdered one of my men if you're willing to work with me.
What division he
Can
was.
I speak
Well,
up? Say what
let's-
part of the government?
Yeah, let's move on to the second question. Who were you with and why weren't we informed?
Like, I'm with A secret organization that operates within American soil, trying to protect the people from the new war on terror.
By new war on terror, do you mean child soldiers?
It's like,
Because that's what it looks like from my perspective. I'm just a crazy old fuck, but apparently I'm the only one who's seen this shit.
he's like, well, you're not far off. I can't tell you more just yet, but you're not far off there. Will you work with me?
I won't agree to nothing until I get more answers, but at least I'll get off of you for
Alright,
now.
So he stands up and he's like, well, here's the situation. You guys head back to the FBI. You can tell them everything you want, and we'll hand over information that may lead to the capture of the men at Rainbow Publishing. I'm not saying it will, but we'll give you what we have on their location. In the meantime, I'm going to need you guys to move off this area.
Can I ask to have him go in the building and search the blacked out area since we never did?
You're going to ask the guy to do it?
Like, well, why don't
All
you...
of us go in at the same time so no one can
Well, I
do
mean,
anything.
Ajax was busy, and I was outside looking at pizza, so only you two would even know that existed.
Yeah, well, you can tell each other, I suppose. But then, I mean, you're
Hmm.
all within hearing range, so...
Yeah, well, I mean, like, you could request to go back inside and then explain it afterwards. Ask what the fuck is in the room that's not supposed to be a room.
I just thought that as an idea, but
No, it's whatever.
I
I
mean,
mean, if you want to go in there, Rudy, you
Connor,
can.
Connors has command authority here since, yeah.
I do
So-
have second. But
Yeah, he does.
So what are your thoughts then, Connors? What's
Yeah,
our-
you're gonna
what's our
ask
plan?
to search the room.
I would prefer to leave it as is, because we're still alive, and to get out. But
Okay.
the room is very curious too. Hmm.
Oh, you know what? While they're deliberating on and whatever talking about going back in the room, suppose I could ask, Steve or Mr. Coin,
Hmm.
toothpick, guitar pick.
Uncle
What
Sam.
the fuck?
That's
Yeah,
what he said his
Uncle
name was.
Sam,
Yeah.
what's up with the guitar pick? Since, I never bothered showing anybody else that because, well, it was just a guitar pick.
Yeah, fair enough. He, well, if you, you hand him the guitar pick and he says, why don't you feel the lettering on it, on the back? So you do so, and it's numbers, and it's actually the address of this warehouse right here.
Son of a bitch.
I told you should have checked it.
Yeah, see, you told me I should have, and I told you Bob is old and he doesn't care.
And he also probably forgot. He just
Well,
put it
honestly,
in
though,
his
I
little
actually-
fanny pack.
I did forget about it the last session, though, because it was just kind of like, okay, whatever. And then I remembered it this morning, and I'm like, you know what? I completely forgot about that. So I wrote that down in my notes I have going.
Oh, nice.
All right, so I tell what's the name of the guy? What's his name?
Uncle Sam.
Uncle
Uncle
Sam.
Sam, yeah.
Uncle Sam. I told him.
At least it's
if
not
you find,
Uncle Sam.
I tell Uncle Sam that if he finds anybody's that is related to our case, as in the child abduction, to tell us so we could report it, because we're just leaving now.
Well, yeah, he said he was gonna work
Yeah.
with the
Well,
with us. and
pass
whatever.
over the information as long as you leave here.
And we're leaving.
Oh, okay.
Well, I mean, before we leave, I want to make a smart comment. Let me know if one of them's missing a finger. just let me know if one of them, because I imagine that's what they're gonna find here.
Okay. No, none of them are missing a finger.
Well, then April's still missing.
Potentially.
Not as in obviously, but
Yeah.
So I start the van up and tell everyone to get in the van.
can we
Okay.
ask if they have a medic amongst them? Since we kind of just
Oh,
got
sure.
a shot.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, they give some medical support to Ajax. Let me see. I'll give them a 60%. Okay, cool. So you can have one of your health points back.
There you go,
Because
nerd
they
boy. I
heal
fixed
you.
your leg.
Thanks, Bob.
Yeah. He once you guys sort of are you all getting in the van?
Mhm.
Well, we have two, don't
we
we?
need to go get. Yeah, we need to go grab the first man back. So
Okay.
I'm
He
fecking off that way.
okay. Well, before you do, he sort of you see him like make some hand motions, and the men start splitting up and moving in different directions. Some of them start heading inside the warehouse, and he says, "I'm going to give you guys a proposition here." Says,
You know, prostitution's a federal offense, right?
You can't do it on the side of highways either.
says do you mind if I smoke?
Depends
Oh,
what
wow.
you're talking about.
Right.
There was smoke in the bathroom.
So he takes out a rather thick cigar, and he lights it, and he pro offers one to anyone else who's interested.
No.
Well, I mean, I can
No.
take one, but I'd pocket it because I imagine Bob is smoked.
Okay.
Smokes.
Well, I'll take one. I'll pocket it too.
All right,
Okay.
fair. So he says, America's
Cigars aren't something you smoke in the rain, anyways.
true. He doesn't care. Oh my gosh, Ajax just hates this guy. So it's, well, I mean, he did shoot you, so there's that. You know, he says sorry about the leg. Nothing personal.
Yeah.
Tell that to my femur, you fuck!
Here's the deal, boys. Well, he says boys even though Connors is there. You know, he's just sort of
Everyone's kinda like the
generalized.
Connors. Everyone's like,
Yeah,
Yeah, Connor's like, I have boobs, you know.
yeah. He's like, America's been going to shit, and it's not what you think it is. There's a lot.
Like what I think it is.
It's Trump. No,
Oh,
we're,
boy.
we're screwed either way.
no.
Yeah, we are.
Well, I mean, Trump hasn't taken office in this game. He might, and that's okay. But real life politics aside, so you know he says there's a lot of things going on behind the scenes right now. There's a lot of things that the people don't know, and they can never know, unfortunately. And he's like, I work for a secret organization within the government. Well, I say within the government. It's outside the government, actually. The problem with
If I
this
said
is
the word Roswell, would it mean anything to you?
he's like, I know of Roswell. I wasn't briefed enough on that myself. Think of me more as I've been getting in my years more and more of a managerial role, but think of me still more of a recruiter, if you will. I've been trying to find agents like yourselves who get tied up a little bit in cases that are outside what we want the public to know. And before we let them go too far, we either stop them or we see if they're willing to work with us instead of against us. He takes a long drag, and you can see he almost like trails off type of deal, like his eyes sort of like unfocus, if you will. He's like, it was October 16th, 1943. MI5 organized a mission to infiltrate Poland, stop production of a Nazi superweapon. The OSS threw me into the shit to make sure it went down in favorable terms for America. It went to hell so fast. Spent years trying to forget what happened. The bodies, the fears I entered the tunnel, the screams. But I made it out. Shortly after, an organization
You know where
approached me.
this is going.
Turns out the Germans weren't what we had to fear, nor were the Russians. There's worse things out there. Things that they should stoop down to notice us. Should end civilization as we know it. Join us.
No smarmy comment, Ajax? No. Did the evil things have tentacles?
Join us.
No, I haven't said anything yet.
But no, there's no going back. From tonight, well, from tonight on, no matter what happens, you're going to sleep little, and you're going to fear what bumps in the night. But at least you know. And I'm just saying, I can't protect you if you don't accept my offer.
I have one question for you.
Mhm.
About the shootings of the soldiers. Is that anything to do with your what you're going against?
Sorry, shooting of what soldiers, Origami?
From yesterday.
Yeah. All the killings of the returning soldiers.
Mhm.
Oh, ooh,
Are
okay.
those correlated?
He sort of flicks his cigar and he thinks a bit, and he's like, "As we stand right now, I can't tell you about that."
Mm.
What do
I
you
mean,
say?
I guess I could agree to work with them because I've certainly worked for worse.
I'll agree to work with them.
I know Ajax is going to be the guy who gives us a hard time. I'm going to say Connors, you in?
I agree to this.
Ajax?
How
Nerd
much
boy.
are you paying me?
He is?
Oh, there's a question. He's like, well, I can't pay you anything. But know that you'll make a difference.
How am I gonna buy booze?
You're going to be the reason that everyone else is able to sleep at night.
But my booze. That's how I
Bottle-
sleep at night.
No, I was about to say, bottle back me up here. A bottle of Jack will make you sleep just fine.
No, I'm not saying you have to quit your jobs. We might not need you. We might only need you once a year. That said, we might end up needing
Sounds
you.
like my ex.
We might end up needing you, you know,
Wow.
every week. Oh, God. Fuck.
I love the fact Ajax just cracking up after that comment.
Might only need you once a year. Yeah, I mean, fucking hell, Bob.
So what do you say, Ajax? Are you in?
Sure.
All right. He extends his hand to shake. He's holding the cigar in his left now. Does anyone shake hands with him?
I'll shake hands with him. Out of reason.
Oh, okay.
I'll shake.
Cool. So,
I mean, I can shake hands and apologize for his rib.
oh, yeah, fair. He's like, don't worry, I've had worse.
I sure he has.
I mean, he was in World War II, so I mean, he's been through some shit. Connor's gonna shake it, and Ajax, yay nay.
Mm.
No,
No, I
I'm
just
gonna
gave
show
him
you
a nod.
the way to tell him. The next time you say when you're holding a gun to someone, you should probably announce what agency you're with, even if you're lying, because just holding a gun to someone without any explanation and then saying we're with the government, it's kind of a stupid thing to do because people aren't going
I
to
figured
believe you.
Ajax would just give him the finger piece.
Oh,
He
I
just
was
has
like-
hand just like, here's the fucking sandwich bag.
no, he looks at the guy who's bleeding out on the ground. He's like, we've lost boys to worse. You wouldn't believe this is probably the best way for him to go. You know, not too
I
concerned
expect
about
Zelda
it.
to shoot him in the leg.
You know what? Honestly, if it wasn't for 12 other people nearby, I'd probably maybe consider it.
Yeah.
Yeah, see?
So he's he turns to you guys then after you finish exchanging handshakes and he says, "Welcome to Delta Green, boys. Here's the deal. We used to have E-Cell. We're a loose organization. We operate completely outside the government. No one is allowed to know we exist. Everyone is considered expendable. That doesn't mean we won't back you up, and that doesn't mean we won't do everything we can to keep our agents safe. What it does mean is, end of the day, we're not really held accountable for anything because we can't, because people can't know. So, the thing
Hey,
is,
Nerd Boy, what was that one movie? Fight Club?
that's right, yeah. So we don't know what happened to E-Cell.
You can't operate your phone, but you know about Fight Club.
Saw it in
saw
the
it in the
theater.
theater.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. 2 months
boy.
ago, E-Cell disappeared. They were looking into this exact same company. We can call them that. We think they might be something worse. We have our suspicions, but we haven't got any solid evidence yet. We know a little more than you do, but we'll get in touch with that shortly. The thing is, we've been following Rainbow Publishing, and we had E-Cell tracking them down, and they got, well, they disappeared. One of them was found dead. The rest of them we can't seem to find. The one that was found dead was shot point blank, but there's no one there. He was in a locked room as far as we could tell. We had him in a holding cell as he came back scared. We're not sure how they're doing it. We don't know what this has to do with the kids, but we're looking into it. You know, now that you're part of us, we can go ahead and check out the warehouse a little more. We have reason to believe there may be something in the warehouse that's going to give us a little more of an idea of what's going on here. Point is, E-Cell's dead, or at least that's what everyone believes. And not that anyone knows about Delta Green, but for our enemies, we're hoping that E-Cell being dead is enough of cover to have you guys working on it. Because you can take up their place, and everyone's going to think they're already gone and not working on the case anymore. Now, the cells generally don't work together. If I need be, you know, we'll keep in touch with you. But this is one of those organizations you're not going to be able to contact us. Not easily. It can happen, but we'll set up a dead drop for you at some point where you can contact us in extreme emergencies. Each cell has access to. They normally set up sort of safe houses or such things. We don't know what resources E-Cell had, as they went off the grid almost 3 months before they went missing. Even for us, they were hiding from something. Presumably what got them now. But we do know that they had a little safe house up in Fort Wayne. If you want to check that out, maybe start your investigation there. Otherwise, I suggest you all return back to work tomorrow, give your reports, and we'll contact you as soon as we find out anything.
I asked Ajax to give me a flash drive so we could download some WR information we got.
Yeah, sure thing. I got a few stashed away.
Okay.
And I handed it to him. I said, "This is what we got so far." And there's hazmat in the. Just be careful.
Oh, okay. Cool.
Should
So,
we
sorry?
should we tell them about the secret door?
Yeah, I think
I'm sure they'll find it right quick.
Yeah, they find it for
You'll keep
themselves.
searching.
Yeah. Okay. So, are you guys all gonna
hold on to that hazmat?
are you gonna enter the warehouse with them then?
Well, I mean, I suppose Bob can find them while I can figure out what the fuck everybody else was talking about.
Okay. So,
I'll
so you
go
hear
back in, so I'm.
you basically hear like a call out from the door saying, you know, "Sir, we found the door."
You tell them get the fuck away from that and put a hazmat suit on.
Oh, okay. So, like you said that to
They have
Uncle
them in
Sam.
there for a reason. Yeah.
Oh, he's like, get the boys out there. You know, he's just get the boys out of there. He's like talking in like a microphone right now, and he's like, anyone that enter that room, I want them on the south side of the building, and I want them to bring around the van and load up in that one. Everyone else can get in another van. We'll need 3 boys on the inside just in case. So they split off. The ones that had gone near that room, or at least past the thing, are now in a separate van. And they this guy puts on a hazmat. Well, he actually doesn't. I lied. Sorry. One of the other agents, if you will, puts on a hazmat. One of the guys in like soldier armor. Everyone else sort of loads up in the van. He goes in to check out this sort of secret room, and he's carrying like a larger sort of camera device on him as he goes in.
Shall we send an origami with him because origami's already suited?
Well, I'm suited too in the hazmat suit. Don't forget that. I'll go in with.
Okay, so you two and then this guy are going in, and once you, this guy's punching in a bunch of codes, and one of them eventually opens it, and it slides, and you see a really shoddy. Sorry.
Rudy's not actually in there, just for the sake of show.
Oh, sure. And then you see like a staircase going down, like into the floor, and it's like underneath it is. Are you guys descending the staircase? I'm assuming.
Yeah.
As you start going down the staircase, you see it's actually almost like there was a massive crater here at one point. Now, when I say massive, I mean size of the warehouse crater, smaller than the warehouse. Like not like, you know, the size of a fucking city, but there was a crater from something that they sort of like laid the flooring over. And give me a search roll.
Aliens.
So I need a search roll from Connors and whoa,
Wow.
Agent. Well, that's the first time I think Connors has failed to search.
Yeah.
But Agent Rudy, you managed to find a. It's small. It's about the size of your palm. It's like a cracked piece of, almost like if there was like a scrap metal on the ground, but it's very plasticine in feel.
There was no pipe borrowed.
Yeah, there was. The one that the finger was in. That goes straight
a
down.
hole.
There's a...
Oh yeah, it was a hole that they dug. No, there was no pipe.
Eh,
Yeah, sorry.
I thought there was a pipe.
No, it looked like someone was trying to like dig a hole. It was about the size of your like leg, but no pipe. But yeah. So you found this sort of like plasticine, metally, like it's very thin too. It's about the size of like your standard printer paper. But and it's almost like curved slightly like an eggshell.
I would show it to Uncle Sam.
No, Uncle
See if
Sam's
he
not
knows.
there. It was miscellaneous soldier number 72.
Yeah.
Well, okay, I'd show him, see if he knew anything.
And Connors. Connors is there.
Yeah.
Well, obviously I'll show the group.
Yeah. So the guy sort of, calls back and sends a like a report like, "Oh, we found it, sir." He looks at you guys and he's like, I don't know if you know what this is. I don't know if I know. But I hope we're wrong." And he starts heading up. Why's the picture so fuzzy? Enhance, yeah, zoom. All right. So you guys head up and oot. Now, are you going to hand this over, or are you going to keep it for yourself?
Bob just yelling through the microphone because he doesn't know how the fuck this newfangled
Keep it.
technology works.
Yeah.
Ask him what the fuck it is first. Don't
Yeah.
hand over shit.
I'll take Bob's advice and go, what is this? Do you know?
Are you asking on the Ajax or Connors?
Uncle Sam.
Oh, Uncle Sam.
They're back upstairs.
Yeah, so he's looking at it, he's like, it's
Hey, get your contaminated ass out of here.
He says, about 2 years ago, there was a reported, what some people in the area of Buffalo thought was a tiny earthquake. We assume it was a crash site for something. We're not sure what. Could have been a surveillance drone. Could have been something even extraterrestrial. Who knows? Could have been a satellite that fell down to Earth. I'm pretty sure that whatever Rainbow Publishing was doing, they bought this warehouse so that they could cover that. Now, as to what this is, I don't know. I think it's whatever, obviously that crash was, but we don't know exactly what the material is. He's almost finished his cigar at this point, and he's like, "If you take it over, we'll send it to the lab, and we'll let you guys know if we figure anything out." Oh, Discord die?
Nope.
Oh, Rudy says it may have. Oh, Rudy's did.
On.
Okay. So, are you guys, before we head back, so we're going to have to go back to the FBI, give our official reports, and then that'll sort of be like the end of the session. Do you guys want to stop at the E-Cell safe house first?
So what I missed since Discord
Yeah, I'd like to stop off and lay down. Well, actually, no, I'm going to take myself to a hospital.
That's fair, yeah.
So what I miss?
Nothing. It was just like sort of scrap from a crash because there was like a some sort of a disturbance, like a seismographical, I believe is the word for it.
Okay. Yeah, I don't know.
Oh, Borrowed disconnected as well.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Well, then I can. I'll just recap. So what happened was there's basically a crash site here.
Yeah, I heard that part, and then yeah, that was weird. Because like I was still able to go to Google. I always do at the moment my internet dies. Just open a new tab to Google.
Oh,
It
just
was
probably
fine.
just Discord farted. Yeah.
I don't
Yeah.
know because it said it's disconnected from the Roll20 server as well. So it was maybe just everything disconnected for like a quarter second.
It could have been like your area, you know, like a
Yeah.
power.
because
flicker.
Rudy fucked up as well.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. All right, so that's all we know.
Recap. So
Yeah.
it was just a crash site, and then
Yeah, for something. It could have been like a satellite, could have been like a surveillance drone, could have been anything, but something crashed here, and you know, it's just a little piece of it that they didn't take with them when they left, because Rainbow Publishing kind of left in a hurry. So he's saying they can take it back to the lab and let you guys know, because this is like your case now, essentially. He's putting e-cell on it. But again, so the idea is like you guys are going to be heading back to the FBI office and giving your report, and then you're just going to continue your day-to-day lives until you get an update from Delta Green saying, all right, you know, go do this. You know what I mean?
yeah, and Bob can finally go actually see that Sam is or Fred is Fred.
Yeah,
We
that'd
can
be
finally have the realization.
yeah. So before you guys go to the FBI and sort of finish the session, now being new members of Delta Green, do we head off to the E-Cell, sorry, safe house first?
Well,
Yes.
you said the
Yes.
E-cell was in where?
Fort Wayne, the safe house was, yeah.
Isn't that between us and Cincinnati?
I
Let me
think
check.
so.
Yeah, I mean, you could definitely go that way. It would only be a tiny bit of a detour.
Yes.
Yeah.
Let's see what they have.
All right.
Yeah, we go to Fort Wayne and then take the 69 would take us down to Indianapolis, or
Ah,
you could take.
So here's where you guys be. It's an apartment, and there's just like a room of this apartment. So you can see I've circled it on the map. I got a little X on like the satellite view. I think this looks pretty cool.
Hey, there's a bus station. Or,
Yeah.
bus stop.
And then
I know exactly where we are.
so you have a. He gave you sort of like a key for the door, essentially. Now all the other doors here are like just look standard locks. This one looks like a newer door, and it also looks like it's pretty damn sturdy. And the key is a little substandard. It goes, I'd say, about half an inch longer than your standard key, maybe a full inch.
So we got like, what, instead of a standard 6-pin door, we got like 10-pin.
Yeah, like a much longer one. Yep.
Mhm.
So you guys.
Well,
crack
that
that
also
open.
have the door be thicker. So.
Yeah. So.
So
Right
here
here.
we go to see the spoops.
Can I search for anything that would
Ah.
probably lead us to the disappearance of the kids or Rainbow Six?
Well, thing is though, we went to or did we stop and actually go to bed yesterday, or did
No,
we just go
not
directly?
yet.
Okay, so we've been up for like a day now then.
Yeah.
we should just.
Rudy's been up for
Sleep.
2 because he spent the one night shitting his pants out.
Oh yeah.
That's we're taking. I'm taking a nap. I don't care about you guys.
Okay, and actually, I'm sorry because I wrote up a little bit of a speech on the bus for this whole thing, and then I forgot to put half of it onto my computer, so I was only able to do some of that. The rest is sort of like impromptu, which is it's not bad. Normally 99% of what you hear me say, I'm sort of just like I just have like a sentence or a word that I want to give jog my memory for things. But I really wanted to have like the whole Delta Green conversation go well, and I apologize I didn't do it as good as I wanted. But I do have something written up for eCell that I just pulled up on my phone. So what I was hoping to say, sort of, eCell has recently been officially declared MIA. So the players are to take up eCell, who for the most part worked within the mid-states and dealt more as reconnaissance. Players allowed to access any eCell assets, but a lot of their locations were lost in a purge before their disappearance. So again, we already kind of talked about that. I did get that part across. There's an EFL refuge in Fort Wayne. Good. Paid apartment in a rougher part of town. We're actually near the quarry in Fort Wayne. Doors and windows are unusually strong and almost impossible to break into. Yes, okay, awesome. Perfect. So, are we stepping into the apartment?
Yes. So,
Yeah.
So inside it's got scuffed floors, a broken chair. The other chairs at the table are fine. The table is a mess of old takeout. A smell of mold comes from the direction of the fridge.
That's going to take a week to get rid of.
Yeah, but aside from that, you can tell there's a lot of beds sort of stuffed into here. Not a lot of room because of it. There's a tiny little closet. There's obviously a bathroom. First thing you're going to notice, the most obvious thing is as you're coming in, like say we take Bob for example, he's coming in here, you know, you're going to step into this. There's a little table by the window. Propped up on the windowsill and this table is a large rifle. Anyone that's been in the army or knows about military stuff can tell this is a 50 cal. It is a hefty beast. You gonna go inspect it there, Rudy?
Yeah.
Okay. You
No,
guys
I'll
are
steal it first.
Once he picks it up, the pressure plate activates and the whole apartment explodes.
No. So, Rudy, as you're looking at it, it's only got 2 shots left in the magazine, none in the chamber, and the magazine has scratched onto it for Eddie.
For Eddie.
And it's sort of propped up and pointed out the window. But not out the window, but like at the window. Sorry.
Can I lift the rifle up, look down the scope to see anything? Or...
Oh, okay, sure, yeah.
Oh, before we do that, I tell him not to move the rifle and to look down the scope first.
Okay, I think
well,
that's
it's
what he
aiming
was.
up at the wall.
Oh no, it was pointed specifically out the window.
Oh, well, I thought it was just propped up against the window.
No, sorry, it's like propped, like aiming in a certain direction.
Oh,
So-
well, I'll just look down the scope then.
Okay, so you're actually gonna see. This is okay. If we're gonna look on the map here, this is a bit of a distance, right? So certainly not the world's easiest shot or anything like that. Should it come down to it? But we're gonna say it's going for this apartment right here, and it's looking at the window for that apartment, which is obviously yeah quite far. Also to note, the scope has a slider, sort of like, you know, the eye doctors, how you can sort of like pop the 2 different lenses,
Yep.
as one that's infrared.
Can I flip it over, see what's...
Okay, so when you
infrared?
infrared, you notice that apartment is much warmer than the other apartments.
Hmm.
All right.
Aliens.
Is anyone else taking a search check and looking around?
Yes. We'll just check it out. I barely, just 1 point away.
Okay.
Hang on.
I can probably give that to you.
Oh,
Oh, wait. Still on the
1d4.
D4. You're...
Oh, sorry, it's a Barrett 50 cal, if anyone cares.
ooh.
Alright, passed.
Nice, okay. So we have 2 things you can find. As you're looking through, you open the fridge, it's just old food. It's kind of gross. There's also when you open the freezer, however, you find 2 things. One,
Fingers.
no, that'd be cool. 1, a petri dish. 2, a metal green, sort of rusted and worn box. It's quite large. I'd say twice the size of a toolbox.
Is it locked?
Doesn't
No.
appear to be.
I wrapped that around with my hazmat suit, so
And
hopefully I won't get eaten.
Bob finds in the bathroom the bathtub is stained. It's got a sort of like a almost like a reddish tint, or like, well, it'd be a brownish tint, right? And there's still water in it, and it's plugged. And the water, I mean, it's only about, say, 6 inches of water. Not too much, but that's sort of like just sitting there. Plugged, not like the drain is plugged, but there's a plug in it.
Question: is this a steel tub or a ceramic tub?
Ceramic.
Okay, then that would eliminate the possibility of rust. Is there any, faucets or anything nearby this could possibly be rust from?
There's the faucet for the tub itself, and then there's a faucet for the sink, but obviously that's probably
Is,
not.
is there a handrail to get out of the tub?
Nope.
Okay, well then that would eliminate the possibility of rust. Then it would be blood.
Okay. So, Rudy, let's say, just for, posterity's sake, the
Blood in the bathroom. I got shit.
yeah, the box is locked with the same key to the apartment. So if you wanted to open that, you could.
Yeah, let's open it.
All right. So you're going to find a couple of interesting things here. There's going to be a book that says, there's 2 books in here. Ohio, interesting locations that you should check out, and Indiana, tourism sure is fun, but they just seem to be like guidebooks.
Can I skim through them, see if there's anything wrote down?
Yep, okay. As you sort of skim through, there's just a few things circled on just sort of like random pages, and it just seems like, like a museum of history, or just sort of odd things like that, like a certain park, which, if that comes into use in the future, we can always figure out where they are and write that down later. But for right now, we don't need it. The other thing you find is a hand crank field telephone kit that they would have used in sort of like the Vietnam War and stuff.
Or that Bob uses to order pizza.
Yeah, however, someone has stripped the receivers off it, so it's just sort of wires.
Ajax,
wanna-
if you could,
Go ahead, Oregon.
I was about to say, ask Ajax if you could fix it.
Okay.
I was gonna yell, "Hey Bob," or "Hey Dad, come look at this shit."
I ain't your dad, and I'm taking this shit.
Well, if Bob does go look at it, but Bob, you're going to see the wires are a little bit almost burnt on the tips.
Is there soot?
No, not soot, no.
Mm.
But it looks like someone was potentially, using that to hand crank and jump things with electricity. You also find a disassembled, as in 2 pieces, so it fits in the box, a double-barreled shotgun.
Ooh.
Both barrels are currently loaded.
Hey, Dad, here's a gun for you.
Like the one I got back in high school.
Nice.
Okay, Mom.
So you taking that bad boy then, Bob?
Oh, fuck yeah. That's a lot
Alright.
better than the fucking 22.
All right. There is a blue shell and a red shell.
Okay, well,
Blue
let's take
shell
the
and
shells
red
out and read the fine text on the side of them.
Oh, there's nothing. Oh, sorry. No. It says there is a text you cannot decipher. Let's say it's Hindi.
Have
Okay, well,
nerd
then
boy.
the next thing you would do would be to actually pick up the shell and look at the end of it, because if the end has if it's a slug, you can see the slug sitting in there.
No,
Buckshot or birdshot, it would be crimped closed.
it's crimped.
Okay, well, now it narrow it down to either birdshot or buckshot. If it's a shitty birdshot shell, you could shake it and you'd hear it clanking around in there.
Okay, you can hear the blue one clank slightly, but it's more of a clink clank.
So, most likely buckshot then. Okay, what about the red one? Nothing?
It doesn't. Like you can't hear anything when you shake it. No.
Have Nerdboy translate the language. It'd be
Okay.
good.
So is Ajax going to use the intranet?
Yeah.
I think Ajax is still in the hospital, isn't he?
Just call him up. But, I mean,
Take
yeah,
a
he
picture
probably
and
would have
send
gone
it
to the
to him.
hospital.
Hey,
Yeah.
Ajax, I got some fucking moon runes for you to translate.
No.
I don't
Well,
fucking know.
well, I mean, Origami speaks Chinese, so he was like, please. No. Ajax. Well, I guess you guys could go visit him in the hospital. Are
Well,
you
I
guys?
can
Yeah,
always
bring
send
the
a
Barrett
pic-
50 and the double barrel. I'm sure that'll be fine through the emergency
Or you
door.
could just take a picture, send it to his
I
office.
just say I'm
I mean,
gonna take a
Ajax.
picture and send it to him since I am semi technological.
Yep. So
That's as close as I get to moon runes.
Ajax, you can just Google Translate if you'd like. So is Ajax going to Google Translate that?
They have websites for that, actually. I've done that to translate Russian a few times. You just
Yeah.
match
Cool.
the characters.
So Ajax, essentially, the red shell is sort of like loose translation. They both appear to be like Indian proverbs, essentially. Very very short though, like couple like words taken from one. The first one is sort of talking like a purification by fire, and the blue one is an enlightenment, or like a radiance type words.
Probably dragon breath.
Wow,
So the
magnesium
blue was
shells.
what? Enlightenment?
Yeah, enlightenment by radiance and stuff like that.
Hey, a
Sounds
magnesium
like
shell.
fire.
Okay, so... Well, the blue one doesn't shake, and enlightenment by radiance. Well, that could mean the blue one also has a flare shell, though.
It was the blue one was the one that clinked a little when you shook it.
So that could possibly be a dragon breath round, though.
Yeah, but I mean, it. You know, if it was a shoddily made shell, then it could. Because the flares for stuff, it's just like a standard shotgun shell. They put those in like the little flare guns and stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
One of those was a piece of shit. It would clink around there because it wouldn't be a good fit. Probably wouldn't have a shot cup in it.
Who knows,
Hmm.
man? You got
Can
you got
I-
two little shots there.
Can I remove the magazine of the Barrett to see what kind of rounds it has?
Yeah, sure. So they are 50 cal. They're hollow point.
Hmm.
Which, let's just say, 50 cal hollow point, that's not fucking around.
No.
If you're hitting someone with that, that's gonna hurt.
Yeah, but they're not like a pit rounds though.
No, that's true.
Do they
And
have
you
a
only
med-
got 2 in that magazine, just a reminder.
Do they have a medicine cabinet?
They do have a medicine cabinet. It's just a bunch of expired things like Tylenol and sleeping medication.
I
Can
dump it to
I-
the garbage.
Straight to the garbage.
I'm
Not
sure
even a
Bob
bathroom?
will see to that, but no rubbing alcohol, no gauze, no linens.
Let's say there's gauze. Sure, yeah.
Can I do a search roll to see if there's anything hidden that just a quick glance around won't find?
No,
well, I mean,
you guys
let's
already did
check
it.
the rest of the rooms first, though.
Oh, like I already assumed you guys were checking all the rooms with a search and
Ah.
stuff like that.
Yeah, but like what's in the bedroom here since this is closed off?
Okay, it's not closed. That's a doorway.
Yeah, but I mean like.
Oh, yeah, sure.
Because we were looking around in
Okay,
here.
yeah.
We were looking in the kitchen.
So in the bedroom, one of the pillows has a Bible under it. And then one pillow has just it's an older handgun. Probably something like a, I don't know, like a pretty old Glock. You know what I mean?
I'll take that.
Yeah.
What's its chamber? What's its caliber?
It's still a 9mm, yeah. But that's right,
Yeah,
yeah, it's a 9mm, not the one. They use 45s now, right? The Glocks, do they? Or
Yeah, Glocks come in 9, 10, 45. I think
think
you
a
might be able to
38.
get them in 38, and
Yeah.
they also come in 45.
Let's just go like this. Google. Good
So who's
luck.
taking the rifle?
Mine.
And so
mean-
can I have the pistol?
We could always
Sure.
leave it here too and have it as like a base, because
Yeah.
taking around a 50 cal seems a bit tricky.
But Raffle, you
But
did
you're
say there was,
so stealthy.
you did say there was basic medical supplies in the bathroom, though, right?
Yeah.
Okay,
So like-
so a field medical kit, fashion one of those out, and because you never know, the van might not have everything you want.
Yeah,
So
true.
what's the?
We
I
do
just
have- Sorry, I just want to say we have to return the van.
Yeah,
So-
we have the other van though.
We have to return both vans. They're FBI property.
There's a 9mm,
And the law.
a 38 auto. There's a 45. There's a 9x19. There's another 45. Yeah.
Okay.
So what was the handgun?
Oh, there's a 10mm. There's a 357.
Oh shit, that's weird. No, it's just
Yeah.
an old Glock origami.
Oh, sorry, a pocket that.
Okay. So you've got your FBI Glock, and then you've got an older.
I
Mhm.
thought
40s.
Rudy was gonna steal the Glock.
No.
Nah, that'd be nice.
Nah, I figured you were gonna arm wrestle over it, which would be moot
Mhm.
because Rudy has high strength. But
Yeah, that'd be pretty funny. Yeah.
Oh,
Which he also gets from his dad.
you
You're not my son. We're both giants. Fuck you.
just because we look alike and we're both big doesn't mean shit.
Oh,
All right. Well, now the next question though is, what's in here? Is this my room? Can I take this room? What's in here?
That's just a closet. Like,
Yeah, but like this closet is like big enough to have a bed in and still have a room.
yeah,
No.
that's true.
You
Yeah.
have to share it.
Uh,
It's family bonding time.
it's just got a bunch of like shoes and stuff in it.
This is a big ass coat closet though.
Yeah, no shit.
Yeah.
So there's no secret safe in the floor.
No.
Hmm.
Hmm.
Is there anything in the jacket pockets? Can I take their candy?
No. No candy.
So what's this?
Oh, that's just like a desk or something. Whatever. I don't care.
Little
A
entry
dresser.
table.
Yeah. Just kind of whipped it up in paint. So. All right. So do we head off back to the FBI then, and we can start our next session? Well, here's the question: do you want to start the next session with sort of beginning the next investigation, or do you want to end this one with knowing the beginning of the next investigation? Like, do you want to have like that sort of?
We still need to go back and talk to Fred and give him the final
like-
debriefing before
Oh.
we.
Yeah, I'm just wondering if you guys want to, like, sort of have that, not a cliffhanger, but like, next up on type of deal, and like, ooh, or if you'd rather just not know.
Next time on Dragon Ball Z.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
I would think just rest in here and go to inform Fred and then just
Yeah, we could leave it on a cliffhanger.
I was
Okay.
gonna say we should just stay here and leave it on a cliffhanger so I can actually have my character sleep.
Oh, that's
Yeah,
fair.
but
Yeah.
you could sleep on our way back to Fred though, because we need to go get Zelphus from the hospital anyways.
True. I guess we'll do that.
Okay. So you guys head on back to Cincinnati.
Yep. Let's just say Zelphus is in the hospital there then, eh? Make it easy to get him from there.
Yeah, that makes it easy. You could have like flown there or something. The FBI would have done that. So you guys make it back to Cincinnati, and I guess you know what? How about we do this? We can think of what we'll say to Fred as sort of like a report. Doesn't have to be like crazy, but we'll just sort of think of like a gist, because obviously we're not going to tell him everything, but we're going to tell him enough that we don't get in shit, and then we'll start our next session with just resolving that, and then getting whatever our next investigation is going to be.
oh, well, I was supposed to tell Fred that we
Awesome.
went to the warehouse to find some clues and the kid was staying there, but it's been cleaned out.
Okay, yeah, that's
Yeah.
fair.
And there was a accidental discharge on the weapon and ejection.
Well,
I don't know.
I
If,
don't know. We could just have like Ajax wait in the hall or something, so there's no questions on that.
Okay, so just ignore that part then.
Yeah, just
I think I should
Ajax,
stay
wait
in the vehicle.
Yeah, wait in the
Yeah.
van.
Yeah.
Just saying, if I walk in there with a limp and I'm holding my leg, I think they're going to like, hey, did you see Ajax?
Well,
He was.
It would probably be in a cast or something by now. Actually, no.
No,
depending
Well,
on-
that's
that
just
that
bad.
more depends upon how badly I'm injured. Which
Oh,
will
it
end
wasn't
up
bad.
to
Like
DM's
he was,
discretion.
yeah, he was more so doing it to subdue you than to like cause physical damage. Like, you know what I mean?
Okay, so either way, though.
Either way, wait in the van because he would have a limp for probably a week or two.
Yeah, we'll say a week if it sets nicely. Yeah.
And
Getaway driver's ready in case something goes wrong. We can head back to Tiffin.
Oh yeah. Oh, does Ajax know about Tiffin?
No,
forget
didn't
if he
read
was
the
there
paper,
for
I
that.
was the only one that
That's
did.
right. Oh jeez. Yeah, we could head back to Tiffin.
Yeah, y'all can head back to Tiff, and I'm fucking.
should we say
Hey,
that
ask
cases
him. Ask him if we can keep the van though.
Oh, that's not happening. No, you have to check
no,
one out
that's
every time.
FBI.
Certainly, Ajax can't keep it. Ajax
Nah,
don't
nah,
like it.
dude.
That's
Well,
Yeah.
I was like, I already have one of these vans anyways. I just didn't fill out the paperwork on who borrowed it. I always have one.
That's
Alright.
a much. Wow, you took that in a much better way than I thought you were going to.
So Connor, you already have like your plan for what you're gonna say to Fred, because we can do that now if you
Mhm.
like.
Yeah.
All right. So
As far
you
as
walk
fans, it says
in.
free candy.
You know, Fred's got like two phones that are both separately ringing, and he's just staring angrily at his desk of papers. and you walk in, and he just looks up at you, and he's like, "Agent Connors, I'm up to my ass and shit."
Again.
What is it? Spit it out.
Fred, you son of a bitch! I knew that was you on the phone.
Oh my God! Did we bring Bob up here? We brought Bob to the
No.
FBI office.
Sure.
Well, I mean, he needs to be there for the debriefing.
That's true, I guess. Yeah. All right.
Basically, I just say what I
Yeah, what you just said
So-
before.
mhm.
And we're leaving out the gunfire, and we're leaving out the Delta Green guys. Are we talking about the VR?
Yes, because that's part of the investigation.
Okay. And this is going to be, and now I totally agree with that
Boss.
because Agent Connors.
VR is the way of the future.
Now, Agent Connors would sort of be more inclined to release this information as a patriot, but the thing is, as we go on, we're going to start getting into the situations where we're like, okay, like, we have to tell the FBI stuff, but you don't want to, like, have any sort of hint that there's weird shit going on, because that's sort of the job of Delta Green, is to protect people from knowing this stuff, but at the
Mhm.
same time, so it's going to be interesting. It's going to be
What we're
interesting.
just talking about, it's just about a game. That's about it.
Yeah, these
Keep
kids
it
were.
vague.
Are you saying these kids were playing a game and that's how they got kidnapped?
Yes, that's something about a game.
Okay. Yeah, they're playing their World of Warcraft and they're getting kidnapped on that.
They think they're going to Azeroth. Nope.
Yeah. I got Azeroth in my van. What?
The funny part is I was about to launch World of Warcraft.
Oh, God.
Oh god, not like this.
Not like this. All right. Well, that is that, boys. You know, essentially,
No response from Bob when we call him son of a bitch.
well, Agent Rodart just stares at you. He's like, "Good job, Agent Connors. And I'll see you later, Bob."
God damn it, Bob.
You're buying the first round this time.
It's like, only if you can score me a sweet train ticket.
I'll have you in New York by next week.
He's like, "'Cause I got 2 tickets to the Mets."
Oh god.
I got 2 tickets to the gun show.
Yeah.
And you're not going. I'm going to your tickets.
Sweet. All right. Anyway, that will be it, guys. Cuckoo shit happened. We got there. I'm gonna be back online in like 20 minutes. We'll do a little bit more shit. But well, that's it for Delta Green tonight and all that kind of cool stuff.
Nice.
So yeah, good night, everybody. Well, except for the guys I see in a bit, but I think Rudy's probably going to bed and shit, right?
Bye,
I'm not
chat.
sure.
Yeah.